Welcome. As you can see, I'm still setting up because damn, I just did not give myself enough time, huh? All right, y'all, you already know what time it is. It's the JeekLeague. We've been running this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST, but tonight is special because it is the last week of the groups stage. 20 teams came out. 4 players on each team have been fighting it week to week on the same day, this very Tuesday, to see who are the best teams in the scene. But tonight, we're gonna find out just who are those best teams, at the very least, who's gonna make it to the playoffs. I'm gonna go through some character stats for y'all so we can see just where some of these characters fall in terms of their popularity and their strengths and weaknesses. Are you guys gonna be cool with that? Let's start it off. So first off, let me align this for you. First off, y'all, no surprise. Since day one, we kind of saw this one coming. Sin broke. Sin broke. Not only was he picked by 9 different players, not all of those are main, some of those are just secondaries, still sported a very high set count and had a pretty decent win rate. You know, sometimes you see these really popular characters that are strong, can get tanked a bit in terms of their win rate, especially if they're a secondary pick, but Sin did pretty well despite that. Ramlethal had a decent amount of solo mains, some secondaries. We had some Valentine players and still had a pretty good win rate as well. Potemkin, dog, damn. That's all I gotta say about Potemkin. Also, Baiken players, hold on, Baiken players, what's that agenda going on right now? Because I think she's doing okay. And now none of these are secondaries, by the way. I think these are mostly solo mains for Baiken. Slayer not doing so hot, but some of those, we do have some notable players that have some pretty high win rates with that Slayer. What else we got? Giovanna did pretty well. Anji doing pretty well. We've got some big names in the scene of Anji players playing this guy. Who else did pretty well? Nago surprised me at the very end there. Shouts to One True Snorlax, who just started showing up the last 2 weeks, I guess. And then what else? Elfelt did pretty well. That's all. I'm gonna get the names wrong. It was Daniel Saz, Anima, and sorry, I can't recall who the last person was. Here's something surprising. Shout outs to DomiWurld, was an emergency replacement for one of the players in 3 workers, 1 unemployed, and within his first week put Zato on the board. Unica just came out, but guess what? People love that damn character. People love this short-haired lesbian. Look at that. 4 different people played her last week alone. That was her first week in the JeekLeague. 4 people played her. Not so hot in the win rate, but what can you expect, right? She's brand new. And, what else? So with that, the only character that hasn't been played at all in JeekLeague, you guys know it? Venom. No one touched that guy. Let's talk about the scores. Let's talk about what's on the line tonight. So first off, we're going to stream 2 Tamales, 2 Baleadas, and 3 workers, 1 unemployed. That's because we haven't seen 2T, 2B on stream yet. But that group has actually got another breaking point that I'll go over. Guys, Team A, not top tiers, highest scoring team in the league projected. There's a chance they could lose some matches tonight, but they are projected to be the highest scoring team out of the entire league. They are decided to come out at first. Now, if Ultraviolet gets some upsets against not top tiers, that could actually put them in the running for second place. YoKai and Gorillas are going to have to play tonight. They will be one of our stream matches to decide who's going to make it out at second. A lot of these groups, to put in the words of Lucian, are in a race for second. Okay, these top teams did pretty well for themselves, securing their spots. Let's look at Group B. Group B, same situation here. 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Could get upset a bit here. We'll see. But they are projected to possibly make it out as the highest team in their group as well. So TBR, Trans Blunt Rotation, and the Goopy Slimers are in that race for second. Now, the point differential probably looks pretty big to you, right? But look at this. Koi has 2 sets they have to play tonight, where TBR only has 1. You're going to have 8 sets by the end of the league. Okay, am I going too fast? If there's anyone in the chat, you got any questions, let me know. All right. Group C. Okay, so this one, gonna keep it a buck with you. Better game design, They're projected to get out of here. They actually, like, I mean, look at this. Look at those W's, bro. Better Game Design is projected to get out of here. Now, they can't get the highest points in the league. I think they'll be 2 points behind not top tiers. But they'll be pretty damn close. They're projected to gain 14 points tonight. Is that right? I think so. 14 points or something like that. So, shouts to Better Game Design. Team Factor, I think... I did the math. I think Team Factor also mathematically cannot... I mean, rather will make it out at second. So even though Owenzai is here in third, that may be, I think that's confirmed, unfortunately. So hopefully we got some good games here. We're playing for the stats. We're playing for the fun of it. Finishing off this league strong is what we're trying to do out here. Trying to take some games off a Better Game Design. If we're going out, we're going out swinging. You hear me? So take some games off a boy. You know that motherfucker's cocky, bro. Did you hear what he said in the interview last week? I said, what do you have to say to the fans at home? And he said, I know everyone hates us. Shouts to a boy and Better Game Design. Shouts to all these teams in Group C. Now, Group D, guys, I'm going to keep it a buck. It's probably our most interesting group in terms of who can make it out or not. Okay, so as you see, Sweet Tooth only has one game they can play today. And if they win that game perfectly, they can they're projected to get 39 points. Now, the team they're playing against is MASH. We're going to have that match later on stream. So there's a chance that they get 39 points. Bad Moon, I don't think it's guaranteed. I think that they are projected to get anywhere between 10 to 14 points. In which case they could be anywhere between 37 to 41. But say they're 37, if Sweet Tooth wins their set completely, gets 7 points, all of a sudden we're looking at a tiebreaker. Okay? So it can get interesting down here in Group D. This one's going to take some math to figure out who's going to make it out. And of course I can't ignore MASH. Let me turn off my sound settings real quick, guys. I just realized I got my Discord blazing. 1 second. You're seeing behind the scenes right now. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, MASH and Sweet Tooth are going to be the game on stream. MASH is going to play the Elder Council. This isn't guaranteed, projected. I think the Elder Council has taken sets off of MASH before, so it could be 7 points for MASH. It could be only 5. I don't know. And of course, they have to play against Sweet Tooth, where I don't know the past record here. It looks like Sweet Tooth won it, but they did lose a set. So with MASH being the away team, that means that Sweet Tooth could probably counterpick and maybe be a little bit stronger with that home team advantage. I don't know. Okay, guys, so I'm running out of time here. That's all the scores I can show you right now. Our first team, the home team, should be 2 Tamales, 2 Baleadas. Now, I was really hoping that by this point I would have tried a Baleadas or a Baleada. How do I say it? I apologize. So that I could be cultured. So I apologize. I'll have to do it. I'll have to do it in the playoffs. We got Nan, we got Señor Whis, we got Matoy Shogun, and we got Eve. And the away team is gonna be 3 workers, 1 unemployed. We got happyrio, DomiWurld, Akeno. They're gonna be the first 3 sets in that order, with Clone. She's gonna be on the bench tonight. Yo, Nan, how's it going?
I'm chilling. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Now, you gave me quite the scare when I was like, hey, are you going to be ready for your match day at 7? You said, yeah, tomorrow, right? So you definitely threw me through the ringer on that one. But you're here. You're ready to show up for JeekLeague. I'm sorry we couldn't get you last week, but we're getting you this week. How you feeling about your match against 3 workers, 1 unemployed?
They're all very strong. I'm not going to lie. Last week, I remember Eve got Rio to game 5, and then Rio swapped to Sin, and they won the last game. So yeah, that was the highlight of last week. But I'm feeling pretty confident compared to. I don't think it was last week actually. I think it was a couple weeks ago. So whatever. We of course are very scared. I don't know if that's a term. But like we are quite intimidated, but you know, it's all fun and games, and we're all practicing. We're all getting better. So who knows? You know?
Yeah,
we're the rookie team. We are here to show off our region. You know.
There you go. Yeah, so your region is that you have two Mexican players and two Honduran players, right? So that's awesome. We're able to pull you guys in. Shout out to some of the jokes people were making early on. They're like, "Hey, can we just call connection test against two T2B?" I'm like, "Come on, guys, come on, let's play." But no, appreciate having you in. I mean, so you got this match coming up, and you can't have any fear. You got to go out swinging. You got to get some upsets if you can. I mean, for the rest of the league, how were you feeling? Were you having fun? Everything good?
A lot of fun. We had some ups and downs, like as always. I had to drive to Matoy's house one day because there was no energy in my house that day. That was really funny. You know, stories we make along the way and these things.
There you go. Awesome stuff. All right, so I won't keep you any longer. We're going to send you off to that match. But before I send you on your way, we have a tradition here. I'm going to hit you with a this or that. But I got a good one for you. Tamales or Baleadas?
I gotta go with Baleadas. I'm Honduran. That's like the food of my region, my country, you know? I gotta go with that.
Yo, Happy Rio. Yo, how we living? Are you muted? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, let me turn you up. Homie. Yo, Happy Rio. How we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good today.
Pretty good, huh? Okay, Happy Rio. I gotta say, how did it feel being the outlier on your team, being the one, unemployed?
It felt kind of funny when we made the team name and everything, because it was kind of a running joke for a while, and then we thought maybe let's just make it our team name.
There you go. I love that. I love that energy. Happy Rio, how are you feeling about trying to get out of this group? I think your team has a good chance of making it out at first. I don't know if you've done the math yourself. There may be a chance for some crazy upsets. I'm not entirely certain, but how are you feeling about getting out of this group?
I feel really confident. We had a really rough first couple, 2 weeks, because I didn't play the game for about a month, but I've cleaned up ever since then, and we should make it out, I think, either first or second.
There you go. Yeah. Now, when you make it out in the playoffs, guys, that's going to be next week at Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST. So if you're one of the spectators or you're watching the VOD, next week we're going to go straight to the playoffs, and possibly 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Happy Rio here on the screen will be on that playoff. So if you want to check them out, that's where you're going to catch them. Happy Rio, won't keep you any longer, homie. I'm going to hit you with a this or that. I'm going to send you on your way. Working or unemployed?
Unemployed.
There you go. Starting off our first game of the night. This is JeekLeague Week 5, guys. We got Happy Rio on the Sin playing that secondary, coming up against Eve. Now, Eve, I think, is our only Asuka in the league. So excited to see them on stream, see her on stream. But it's going to have to go through Happy Rio playing this secondary. Now, Sin against Asuka is quite the matchup, man. It can be pretty violent just like that, taking away that mana, sending you through the wall, beating up that little wizard twink. Now, good stuff to start us off. Happy Rio showing you that strength of that Sin, able to, of course, you can special cancel through the cubes just like that. 6P Beak Driver, and then the Beak Driver connecting, giving you the stamina cancel as well, able to cross the entire distance of the screen after 6Ping a single cube. Now, you can't give that Sin a gap. Eve right there, seeing that DP, but still able to get some cards and get some stuff established, using that full screen low to knock down Happy Rio. Now, you got to look out for those cube timings. You can't just be mashing that 6P, because then you can get caught in your active frames, or in your startup frames, excuse me. Happy Rio, though, getting this back throw instant, taking away that mana. RTL is going to come out. That's going to be a decent amount of damage. The mana went away just in time. Happy Rio is getting this first game on the board. Great stuff, man. Yeah. That's that strength of Sin. Crossing that screen, man. Being able to get around those cubes. Happy Rio got me all scared up at the beginning, guys. I was like, damn, who is here? Because I know they have some other Sin players on that team. Let me see if I can update the overlay a little bit for y'all. First to 2. Guys, if you're not familiar with the format here at the JeekLeague, the away teams have to declare who their picks are going to be ahead of time. and then the other players come in to counter. happyrio started us off saying, hey, I will go first. Eve decided to come in on that Asuka. happyrio, probably noticing that it was going to be the Asuka coming in, decided, hey, I'm going to play my secondary, and that's where the strategy comes in. It's pretty interesting around here. I really like how this format has evolved, or you know, came to fruition. Eve, unfortunately, not able to get that wall break right there with the far slash, but a decent amount of damage here against happyrio. We just got to clutch it up. Rio getting too close right there for comfort. Eve was able to get some cubes out, trying to go for that teleport. We're getting some highs, we're getting some lows, and you have to hold them because of those multi-cubes. The run-up 2S takes it. Eve getting around here on the board, and we got pretty low there. I really liked how Eve was confident, spending that HP on the mana, saying, hey, like, if I get hit one more time, I'm gonna die anyways, right? So let me go ahead and use this resource, and I like her being aware of that DP in time as well. That Asuka DP, man, it can be, you know, of course you should be looking at the cards anyways, but you know, if you're not paying attention, you don't see that DP card, it can catch you off guard. Eve able to go for the shuffle, but not a lot of mana here, guys. She's able to get some back. We got the auto regen cooking. We got the multi-cubes coming out. We do have a teleport. We'll have to see if it's mixed. No. In fact, it's going to buy her some distance. Getting that run-up, though, after that hit confirm. happyrio had to spend that burst. Tried to get through with the beak driver, and Eve seals it with the big cube, man. Great round right there for Eve. I really like that positioning. I know those Asuka players like using that teleport to try to get you in those high-low mix, cross-up mixes. But Eve instead using it there for positioning. When she saw that hit confirm, was able to run in and then get the combo. happyrio had to spend that burst, and then you saw we were about to get in with that beak driver after, but unfortunately getting caught still regardless. Rio here saying, here you go, Unk, swap into the happy chaos. Saying, okay, alright. I was having fun with my secondary, now time to pull out the main. If you don't know, happyrio known for that happy chaos. Seeing Rio cook quite a bit in some previous JeekLeague top 8s. Getting that burst established, getting some gunshots. You heard Rio in the interview saying, hey, when the JeekLeague started, it actually brought them back to the game, for a moment. They actually weren't playing for a minute there. So they were a little rusty, they admitted. But at this point, we're in week 5. They're a little cooked up now. Or a little warmed up, I should say. Not cooked up. We're trying not to get cooked up. Eve able to go for that shuffle super. Got the staff on the screen. These cubes are going to have some weird angles now. We got the multi-cube. It's going to keep Rio here in the air. Unfortunately, trying to get out of that corner with the hold up. But Eve is just going to catch you with some simple cubes, simple slash normals, and finish off that round. Running you down, getting that low into the gunshot. Curse was applied, so the focus was looking pretty good for us. Eve going to be sent through here. Still looking pretty good on our stamina. That's only a soft knockdown, so we're not in too bad of a situation. In fact, used happyrio's BRC slowdown to get a fall down JK. But the gunshot is going to go through the cube. Close slash counter hit. Eve will get her burst back, but I don't suspect that we're going to use it. I mean, the mana's gone. We're still trying to get the health back. And look at that. The 5D gunshot's going to close it. Good trade there on the round start. We got our staff down. We got these cubes going as well. Big ball coming out. Went for a really meaty throw right there, but too far away. happyrio just saw that one held up back. Was able to get out of the corner. We're going for some deep shuffles here. Yeah, I mean, Rio was full screen locked and loaded as we saw going into the shuffle super. So I was, I don't know what was going through Eve's mind, but probably was scared about coming out of that super flash and then getting shot. Getting shimmied right here. Good play here from happyrio. We're going for the wall slump setups. We're getting these shots applied, getting the focus back, and then that meaty close slash is going to be answered by Eve's burst. But double shot's going to take it. Rio getting this game 3 for themselves. 2-1 is the score for 3 workers, 1 unemployed. I have to see how it ends up. Guys, reminder that the prize pool is a massive $1,000, bro. It didn't get there just by any old means. That was thanks to all of the contributions from all of the teams. Of course, they had to pay to get into the JeekLeague in the first place. I appreciate y'all's trust in us running this event for y'all and putting forward that money. But then we had a massive contribution, and I'm gonna get their name out here, from a Mr. John coming in, putting in $200, man. I thank you so much, man. If you're watching the VOD, if you're in the stream chat, can you say hello? Or DM me. If you want to be private about it, DM me. I really want to say thanks. I won't out you or nothing if you don't want me to or whatever. If you're trying to be anonymous. Or if you're trying to be public, I'll make it public too. I really appreciate you doing that, so thank you. Anyways, we're getting that Gooba Stomp, guys, and unfortunately breaking that Mana Shield on Eve. Went for a corner setup right here. The BRC slowdown. Rio is actually going to be able to get a shimmy, a throw bait, closing out the round, putting us on set point. Eve still has her burst, but those gunshots coming out. Trying to get something started. This is a much different matchup, right? Previously, Eve was able to get those cubes, get those staffs down against the Sin, despite Rio having the potential to get those special cancels to get in. But now there's a lot of respect you got to give to this full screen gun, man. Look at that. Now, if we're not locked at the ready, you know, then we're relying on the RNG, we're relying on the reticle to line up, and it gives Eve chances like this to just I'm searching for the word to blow happyrio through the corner with those cubes, with those Legos, man. But look at this, we're getting corner carried off of that one hit. happyrio going into that Deus Ex. Eve will have her burst. All of this tension on the other side, just not a lot of HP to play with, so we gotta be really careful. Has the burst on that last gunshot. We got that 9-frame super, or is it 7 frames, y'all? I think it's 7 frames, actually, trying to get that normal cross-up right there on the cubes. Rio's going to answer back with their burst. We're in checkmate right here. Not a lot of tension on Eve's side to FD out the shots, and happyrio is going to take that set 3-1, but we got to see that Asuka cook. Our next game of this first team set, guys, it's going to be Señor Whis versus DomiWurld. Now, where did Domi come from? Okay, so 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Oh, I didn't get that tag up, by the way. 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Originally had Creator on their team. Shouts to Creator. I think we had them on stream in an earlier match. But this time, they had an emergency player replacement. Unfortunately, Creator couldn't stay with us for the rest of the league. We really appreciate their time going up to that. We're allowing all of the teams 1 emergency replacement. So 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Cash theirs out here on DomiWurld. Coming in, Domi known for the Sin as of late. Of course, all the OGs know him for that Zato. Señor getting top 8 at a previous JeekLeague on this Potemkin. Been playing so hot on this Potemkin. Definitely one of the stronger Potemkins in the league. We got quite a few of them, and Señor is among the best. Domi right now showing you that strength of that Sin, though. Getting in, getting that wall break, able to route in the eat still, and I like that dash block up so that we're not only in the face of this unsafe Potemkin on that forward Mega Fist, but as close as possible. Señor was getting a nice combo there for a second, but Domi answered back with the burst. What a well-timed 6P! Oh my god! 6P into Garuda off the beak driver. That was an insane conversion there from Señor. Domi tried to get you, what was that, guys? The 5H? I don't know my Sin buttons, but god damn. Señor was able to come back that round. Great stuff. That was a cool jump normal right there that answered the round start hoof stomp, but the armor keeps you safe from that distance. Trying to get those pokes in. That's how you want to play that Sin. Get the pokes, get the stamina cancels, and start being oppressive on your opponent. But if Señor is representing these armor moves, even full screen, especially that slide head, it can be quite deadly against Domi. We got the knockdown here. The 2P gets answered by that hoof stomp. Domi was not afraid to send it. Señor did have the answer on that last round start, but not this time. YRC into Garuda. 5D gets blocked. Good defense here from Domi. Man, I was scared there for a second that you were actually going to get pushed back into the Garuda. I like that early step right here from Domi to try to get the throw. That very active deflect shield kept Señor safe here in the corner. Domi, of course, running this pressure, but guys, no more stamina, no more burst for Wild Assault. Has to FD every special move at this point. The tension's getting low. Señor, any hit will take it for them, but they got to get that connection. This Potemkin is surprisingly stubby, but that jump is going to be all Señor needs to take this first round in a very close game one. Very, very close game one right there. Shouts to DomiWurld, by the way. Played in multiple JeekLeagues. My man just did his first time message in the Twitch chat. Twitch.tv/itsjeek. Guys, this is where we're streaming it live. But if you're just catching the VODs, I appreciate you just as much. In fact, we're getting really close to getting monetization on YouTube. You need 1,000 subs in order to get it. And we're sitting at like 860 or something right now. So appreciate everybody for that. Señor confirming that hit of Garuda into the Pop Buster. Domi holding back here in the corner, trying to use that defense, but Señor gets a counter hit into an HPB. That's going to be the round here. Put us in the cutscene. You didn't need to do that. Señor, you didn't need to do that. Actually, you know what? Maybe... Actually, I was about to say maybe there was like some burst play going on there where you're trying to keep Domi from getting their burst back, but it was full. So Señor just put us through the cutscene just because. Getting forward with that hammerfall. Oh, nice backdash right there from Domi. Unfortunately, not a big punish after. That's the thing about this Potemkin, man, is that you got all that HP to chew through. You got all these armor moves. Good HPB conversion right there from Señor. Even if you backdash that Pot Buster, you got to be ready to make the Potemkin hurt for it, or else they're just going to keep churning that butter, man. Oh, I think did the nice Pot Buster right there from Señor. I think that the blue Wild Assault actually had whiffed there. I think we'll catch it in the replay. And Domi went for the follow-up hit to try to call it out. We'll see it. And then was maybe a little too late. Here. Yeah, look at that. Domi tried to do the check with the 2P, but Señor did the old tried and true, the whiff into mash. Call that a well-spaced blue Wild Assault. Señor frame trap DomiWurld. Nice hoof stomp right there. Señor, no slouch here on this Potemkin, man. People will be quick to write off some of these big bodies because we can't get around the fact they are very strong right now. No stamina to follow up that Hawk Baker. So Señor on hit, punished with Pop Buster, but Domi clapping back. Now, when I was going to finish my thought, guys, you can't just pick up this character today and all of a sudden start winning in the JeekLeague, winning in these top 8s in these brackets. You gotta know your stuff. You gotta be ready to execute, and Señor is one of the best for that. I like that fast RC on that stamina follow-up. DomiWurld with some insane routing right there, but not enough to kill. We're on a pixel. Don't get robbed. Don't get robbed. Oh my fucking god. No bias, but man, my heart could not take seeing any player right there get robbed by any Potemkin. No bias to those players. Getting in, linking to that 2K. Oh my god, that was a cool route there from Domi. You did have to spend a little bit of that burst on the Wild Assault, but look at that damage even against Potemkin. That's really good damage for a Wild Assault combo right there. Señor going to spend that burst to get some distance here, but the armored heat tackle actually goes through that poking beak driver. Yeah, I would have backdashed right there too. I felt that grab coming as well, but it was just a 5-piece. Señor doing some good job with the strike throw. That 6K picks up into the 5K now, guys. Domi showing you how strong that can be, getting that hard knockdown. Good blocks here from Señor on the overhead, but we had the stamina after the keep it safe. And Domi saying, hey man, I'm not going to get robbed by this pot any longer, or at least not for the rest of this set. I'm going to get a game here on the board. Overlay is wrong? Oh, not first to 2, huh? It's first to 3. Yeah. The moment you typed that, I realized. Good catch, Searoar. Shouts to Searoar, one of our mods. Searoar, can you actually do me a favor, Searoar? Hey, Searoar. Actually, never mind. Never mind, I realized. Never mind. Sorry, y'all. He said, okay. Sorry, Searoar. Okay, we're jumping in here, guys. This is our first team set of the night, the second game. The Garuda hit. Domi said, nope, I'm not going to let you hit confirm that into anything. I'm going to spend this burst. Señor able to pull right back up with that full screen slide head. With that hammerfall, rather, excuse me. Look at this pickup right here, man. This is what Sin is known for. Not going to be enough to... Oh, no, it will be. It will be. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to Domi's meter. And, of course, and that's why he's on the screen and I'm sitting here behind the desk. Domi able to spend that 100 meter for this super on Sin. We're able to get in. We're able to get this strike throw pressure established. Señor started catching on to a lot of these hog bakers, or rather hoof stomps. So instead, we're going for a lot of throws. Oh my god, we did a jump cancel FD on that dive kick right there. Domi trying to go for a really cool burst bait attempt against Señor. Goes for the eat. The burst comes out. Guys, did we even get the food buff? I think because of the timing on Señor, we didn't get the food buff. Señor not blocking on that wake up. Got caught by the close slash after. Was that a combo? That may have just been a combo. I apologize, guys. Like I said, that's why I'm sitting here behind the stands. I'm not playing the game. Unfortunately, couldn't get that link in the 2K on that straight hit on Señor, but the PRC keeps you safe. You're able to see that Potemkin about to fall down on your head. You saw that big Potemkin ass, and you were ready with that 6P. Good stuff. Let me see the chat. Wire cutters was going on. Feel like I got in on this too late because I don't know what's going on, but I'm hyped for Strive. I'll try to give you the elevator pitch. 20 teams are in the league. 5 teams are in 4 separate groups each. Every team has 4 players. There's a home match and away match. The away players have to decide who their lineup is going to be. 3 players out of their 4. The home team gets to counterpick them. You play round robin throughout a whole season of 5 weeks. At the very end, the 2 teams with the highest points in each group make it to the playoffs. Domi, with a really good burst read right there, is actually going to send Señor through with a really strong start. Now, we saw Señor come back from worse in a previous round, so it's not over yet for this Potemkin. Able to go for that mix, the fast RC into the 6K. Good backdash right there from Domi, feeling that, we had a little bit of a tingle. You know what I mean? We were clenching there for a second, feeling that pop buster was coming. We were ready with the backdash. Good defense from Señor as Domi runs this offense, this crazy impressive offense, but you can't block forever. The 5D hits, and we're going to possibly set point here, or rather, it is set point here. But possibly a reverse sweep for DomiWurld. Trying to bait that burst right there. So we're going to get the eat. We're going to get that tyrant barrel after Señor still has their burst on the other side. But Domi has the positive bonus. Unfortunately, couldn't get a lot off that hard knockdown. The meaty close slash just simply getting backdash. Able to get in with that jump normal. Oh, nice pull up with that gigantic high, excuse me. But Señor this time going for the low. Previously, when we did the gigantic high, we went for the 5D, which Domi blocked. So this time, the low was the mix. We got in, we spent the stamina, guys, and just like that, DomiWurld with an awesome comeback. But it wouldn't have been a comeback if it wasn't for a strong start there from Señor. Our next team coming up is going to be Gorillas featuring Ramlethal. I love that implication that Ramlethal isn't a gorilla. Not saying that she is, but I love by the team name it implies she isn't. It's going to be mixyous, VeganRoastedTurkey, and AoiKypher going to be coming in on this team. I think Aoi also plays a Slayer. I know Mixyous is known for that Slayer. And we got Vegan too. Vegan going to be coming in. So we'll see how they do. Their away opponents are going to be YoKai. Starting off is going to be sanzumomo, Lasagna Slayer. They're going to both be playing in the first of 3 sets. And then Joe Brownie's going to be holding it down on the Jacko in that first of 5. Yo, AoiKypher, yo, how we living?
Hi, I wasn't prepared. What happened?
Nothing much yet. I just dragged you up in here so we can shoot off this interview. Aoi, how has the JeekLeague been for you so far?
Honestly, better than I thought. I thought I was going to get washed by a bunch of players. But Ramlethal Valentine has carried me to greater heights, so pretty decent so far.
Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, you guys definitely have a strong team. Now, not to put any pressure on you, but if you've been looking at the scores of the groups, You know, there's things are still undecided. I'll leave it at that. How are you feeling about your lineup going into this one? Now, you're the away team. No, I'm sorry. No, you're the home team. So you're actually going to... Wait, shit. Yes, you guys are the away team. Excuse me. My bad. But you're on the bench tonight. So you're going to be cheering from the sidelines, I suppose.
Question mark? Wait, no, we're home team.
Okay, I'm getting this all mixed up. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm interviewing YoKai, right?
I'm on Gorillas.
Okay. Yo! What's going on, Aoi? How's it going? Let me go ahead and clean up the name on the stream. God damn it. All right. We'll keep that one in the bod. Fuck it. Let me... Yes, you were on Gorillas. My apologies. So, hey! So anyways, the away team is going to be YoKai. So, you don't have to spoil it right now, but how do you feel about their lineup going into this one?
I'm honestly just happy I'm not fighting Lalana Slayer anymore. I'm so sick and tired of Goldlewis, but we have a plan. I won't spoil, but we have a plan.
Okay.
If we do well, I think we're safe.
There you go. There
That's
you
gonna
go.
be hard.
Yeah, so Aoi, so I'm excited to see how you do. From what I understand, your team was put together last minute. You want to give me some insight on how all that happened with Gorillas? I think it was Jodo Goat and Mixyous were like, hey guys, we got to get an application in like 30 minutes. So apparently you were down. How did that go down?
So basically, it was, I saw Jodo's Twitter post, and I was like, you know what? I wanted to join anyway. Let me shoot my shot. And then he said, yeah. And I got added to a group chat, and 30 minutes later, we made a team.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Jodo Goat was like, wait, you're down? You can actually show up? Fuck it, you're on. So there you go.
That's exactly how it went.
All right, Aoi. So I won't keep you any longer. We got to get these sets going. But let me think. Why don't you ask me a this or that, and then I'll send you on your way. How about that?
This or that?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like apples or oranges, bananas or pears. You hit me with one, I'm gonna give you an answer.
Would you rather have better air movement or better ground movement in a fighting game?
Oh. Wow. Air movement or ground movement? Okay, well, damn. All right, well, damn. You actually gave me a real question here all of a sudden. I guess, you know what? I'm going to say, hey, I've been playing the Leo recently. I'm going to say the ground movement. Yo, Joe Brownie, yo, how we living?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Sorry about that mix up there a second ago. I don't know if you were watching, but Joe, how you feeling about JeekLeague, man? I know you're holding it down as the anchor tonight. You guys, as the away teams, had to declare your lineup. You said you were going to do it in the first to 5. I don't know if you're aware of the team scores here in your group. What's on the line? How are you feeling? What's in your head?
Okay, I won't lie. It is a little scary because this is a must-win set if we want the second place. And we are away, which means we're at a bit of a disadvantage. But I believe in my team. I think we have this.
There you go. I mean, you probably got some fans at home. I think you're the Jacko player in the entire league, if I'm not mistaken.
I was looking at the graphic. I was like, oh, wow, those are all the sets I've played.
Yeah, there's there are some other solo mains out there, but yeah, I think you are the Jacko player. So, I mean, I don't know. When it comes to the rest of your team lineup, I know you said it's a must-win set, but coming into the match, you and your team, did you guys talk it out? Like, is there a lot of thought or strategy going into how you made this lineup? You don't have to give away the secret sauce, but if whatever you can fill us in on.
To be honest, not much. I felt comfortable in the first to 5 slot, so I put myself there, and I think I felt confident in the other first to 3 players. I really wanted all 4 of us in here, but it's just not possible.
Yeah, well, actually, speaking of when we get to the playoffs, guys, and I know Joe Brownie's hoping that they're going to be one of those teams. The way it's going to work is that it's going to be multiple team sets. 2 of them are going to be the same that you've been seeing so far in the league, where if the teams tie, go back and forth in those team sets, the 3rd set will actually be a team battle involving your entire team. So Joe Brownie's saying, hey, I wish I could have all 4 in. Those sets could potentially come up when we get to the playoffs. And Joe, I hope we get to see you there, but I got to send you on your way. So, homie, real quick, if you don't mind telling me, French fries or tater tots?
I've been in this situation so many times. I'm not answering. You can't do this to me.
Okay, I'm sending them on their way. Trick question. It was actually onion rings. Oh, here we go, guys. Moving on through the JeekLeague. This is the last week, and these teams are fighting it out as it is a race for second place to make it out of their group. I think the first team is decided in this group, but YoKai and Gorillas plus Ramlethal are gonna have to duke it out here. sanzumomo on the Baiken, VeganRoastedTurkey on the Soul. Both of these players playing very well for both their characters. I think both these characters have good win rates and good representation, at least from these individual players. So great stuff. Sanzu and a scramble right there at the end, able to get that Yozansen Red RC to close it out, but that was a close round to start us off. Now, we're going to be seeing a few sets here. This first one is a first to 3, so it will be the next one, and the last one's a first to 5. So we'll have to see. These players declared their lineup. Sanju said, hey, I'm ready to hold it down in this first to 3, and Vegan actually coming in with the Soul counter pick. We got your wall spotted with that Fafnir. Sanju about to get the burst. We'll have, oh my god, didn't even get the chance to make the decision on it or not. The 6S takes us out. Vegan really strong right there. 6H, excuse me. And now getting some throws, but that was a punish right there. So Sanzu trying to get something started here. Hit you with the very tip of that tatami, man. I love being able to use that Bandit Bringer Red, a PRC, to get that 2K in. Very tricky. Counter hit coming out. Sanju said, hey, I don't want to see that soul damage on my screen. I'm going to send it with the burst. Catching you with that scramble P button, that 5P, and catching you on the rising with a tatami. So Vegan was trying to jump out of that corner, but Sanju getting an air hit on that tatami, converting into this hard knockdown. Vegan had the meter to play with, wanted to get something started, but the counter hit on the JH sealed it for sanzumomo here in this first game. Great stuff right there. Great stuff right there. Was still either player's game potentially. Sanju, of course, had that hard knockdown and had the pressure in their hands, right? Was able to get in with that counter hit JH. Vegan did have that 50 tension, though. You can start blowing people up with that soul if you got a clean hit and 50 tension. And we're going to have to see it here in this game, too. Sanju doing some cool stuff with that tatami, especially being able to convert that one air hit into a combo after there in the corner. And spacing out pretty well, too, where the tips have been able to do some damage. Blocking that JS Yozansen. I like those tatamis, even the defensive one. Sanju doing the IAD back tatami. You got to be able to show off those tricks. Look at that pressure right there from Vegan, and then doing the backdash where Sanju confidently went for the parry. Oh my god, look at that combo, that clean hit damage from VeganRoastedTurkey. And that's what I was saying in that last round, was that it was still possibly Vegan's turn, or rather game to win with that 50 tension. And right there, damn, that combo wasn't even 50 tension. It was just a counter hit on Bandit Revolver. Sanzu, sometimes Soul gets around, man. Sometimes Soul's gonna get around. Oh, unfortunately couldn't link that 2K after. And I like that, keeping that Yozansen safe with the PRC so the JPs connect. Not a big combo after, and this counter hit comes out. Sanju saying, hey, I don't want to see that soul damage on counter hit. I want to spend that burst, but then Vegan gets back in, gets those clean hits again, guys. And what an insane combo. VeganRoastedTurkey getting 2 Twitter clips in that one game alone, bro. One in each round, it felt like. Solid stuff right there. Solid stuff right there, man. Now, Sanju still had... I mean, Sanju was playing so strong in the scrambles, right? Being able to keep those Yozansen safe. We still had PRC and stuff after. We had the JPs. Able to get those quick 4-frame normals in neutral. But Vegan, I gotta hand it to Vegan, has been really good at calling out those parries, but Sanzu able to be active with those 4Ps. Yeah, you bait a few parries like that, and then Sanzu's gonna stop, is what we've been seeing right now. That JS keeps us in the corner. I like using that revolver just to close some distance, but Sanzu gets a hit. Vegan says, hey, I don't want to get to the wall yet. I'm ready with that burst. Really deep Yozansen right there. So the YRC is able to actually connect while Sanzu was grounded, spending back their own burst, getting in with that revolver. I really like how VeganRoastedTurkey uses that to just close distance, get in that space where we can start boxing out this Baiken. H-Cab cross up getting called out with a 2K mash, able to call out that parry again. Guys, VeganRoastedTurkey has baited, I think, every parry attempt, so you gotta hand it to them on this Soul. They definitely got the mind reads in terms of when the parries come out, but a little deep right there. Now Sanzu, if we know that Vegan is going to be trying to call out those parries, so we're going to give up our pressure a little bit or go for delay hits, then we can weave in that 4-framer. And you see Sanzu getting away with that up quite a bit. Red RC turns into a combo right here for Vegan, able to actually turn into a wall break as well. So positive bonus is going to be on her hands, but Sanzu has a lot of tension, has the burst, and VeganRoastedTurkey didn't have anything to keep that 6H safe. We do have burst here. Sanzu did that jump back, potentially trying to go for a bait for it, but didn't even need to. We got the 6H through the wall. Vegan probably didn't want to spend that burst, but also didn't even have the chance. Able to get that stagger 2K after. Oh, the trade hit 2K actually paying off for a second there, but then the 2H counter hit after, dealing a lot of damage. You got to be careful about that 9-framer in your face like that, man. Getting that cross up Yozansen, Sanzu, it's going to bring you over to this corner. The JH same side safe jump is going to wall splat Vegan, canceling into the super. And sanzumomo is able to get game 3, excuse me, putting themselves up 2-1. Strong stuff right here. Shoutouts to Ant in the chat, said, you can tell this Baiken is from my region because they love parry. Oh, man. Oh, man. What's going on? Oh, test your luck in the chat. What's going on, homie? This isn't your traditional bracket, homie. This is the JeekLeague, but that's the all the matches and standings right there on the challenge page. If you're interested to check them out. If you're watching the VOD, that means the tournament's already over, or at the very least the groups phase is, but you can still go back and see all the previous matches. Counter hit getting baited right there by VeganRoastedTurkey. You got to be careful about those soul far slashes. Unfortunately, couldn't get this clean hit after, but hey, man, we're going to take you out regardless with this super VeganRoastedTurkey. With the HMC. Closing out that round with style. Sanzu getting a really good counter hit combo to start us off, though. And I like that Vegan has been respecting that JH safe jump from Sanzu. Not falling for that trick. And you see Sanzu setting it up. Baiken players take notes. You do that dead frame with the P normal first, then do the IAD JH, and that actually helps you self-time it. Or at least it seems. I don't play Baiken, but I can look at the screen. I can tell what's happening. Clean hit Fafnir's. A lot of damage there for Vegan. Baiting the burst as well. The red RC slowdown let us line up that burst bait. We got 100 meter to play with. Another HMC to close it out. VeganRoastedTurkey with 2 more Twitter clips, bro. And we're going to game 5. We're going to game 5. And we had some really close games in our last team set as well. I hope that we get to see a lot of close sets tonight, guys, because, again, this is a race for second place out here, man. I think in this team, I can pull it up in just a second. I believe this team is, give me 1 second. This is Team A, of which not top tiers, the team with Marvello, Lucian, Macmens, and Walter, I'm going to keep it a buck, have the highest score in the entire league, so they are for sure making it out at first place, but you can still make it out of this group at second, and YoKai and Gorillas are fighting for it right now. Able to get in there, backdash BRC. Sanzu answers with the burst. Oh, that was a cool Fafnir right there, going to the other side. Yeah, saying, hey, I don't know what you want to do right there. Dude, that's a fucked up tether setup right there from Vegan. Able to get the meaty close slash despite doing the DP. Trying to get some distance back, but the gun super turns into the clean hit. Oh, unfortunately, Sanzu. Unfortunately, Sanzu couldn't get the link after the turn into a wall break on the other side. That would have been insane. And in the scramble, VeganRoastedTurkey gets another parry bait, and we're going on set point for Turkey, but Sanzu with a really strong start here, able to get in. I love how strong we are with that, with Yozansen, PRC, JP, jailing back Vegan. The DB connects. Oh no, the counter hit far slash. That was similar setup to what we saw on the last tether. Despite it being a DP, you still get Oki after, because of the way the tether works, which is kind of fucked up, man. Some characters can really take advantage of that tether state. YRC gets a soft knockdown right here, trying to bait that burst, able to get it on that run up close slash. Very close set from both of our players, but Vegan able to take it 3-2. Moving on, guys, through this team set. A very close last game we just had, but now we have Mixyous and Lasagna Slayer. I'm gonna make sure those names are in the right spots. Of course, you guys know Lasagna Slayer, one of the Goldlewis goats. Mixyous coming in on that Slayer, not Mixyous apparently, according to the name. Lasagna Slayer over here sweeping you up with that BT. Trade hit on the 5P pays off for you because you're on the ground. Those trade hits when your opponent is in the air favors those grounded players. Trying to get that counter hit 2D, possibly also a burst bait right there from Mixyous. We waited a second before we tried to line anything up. I love that lineup right there on this pile bunker loop. That actually was going to kill. Lasagna Slayer could tell. Trying to get some mix here, but the defense from Mixyous was amazing. Great stuff. Now let me go ahead and reset the scores. I realized the scores weren't fixed. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Mixyous with a really strong start. Reminder that this set is going to be first to 3. So we only have until game 3 before one of these players is going to be able to move on, secure some more points for their team. Getting that far slash close slash sequence right here. Mixyous able to go for this safe jump, it looks like, baiting out that reversal. Lasagna spending all that security, but Mixyous with a well-timed backdash actually able to call out that last BT. And we got a pile bunker loop coming out here. Unfortunately, too meaty on that Master's Hammer. Or maybe it possibly was a setup because it didn't connect, but it worked out in the end regardless. Mixyous. Damn, dude. Mixyous showing you some tech right there, man. Great defense there on that BT. And then that previous combo, I mean, of course, Lasagna Slayer bursted it, so it ended up not turning into the kill. But, dude, Mixyous was about to show you an awesome pile bunker loop combo that he was going out of his way to set up. Here we go. Taking a second to breathe. Oh, guys, Lasagna Slayer are going to swap to Nago. Watch. Watch. All right, never mind. Okay, never mind. All right, here we go. Here we go. Lasagna Slayer does have a pocket Nago from what I understand. So we could see it. But we're known for that Goldlewis, so it's going to depend. Gay Sex Legend, another player on Gorillas plus Ramlethal. I have to give that context or else you're like, why did he just say Gay Sex Legend unprompted? Dropped a voice memo in the Discord. Maybe we'll listen to that later. Jodo, can I play that later? Or am I going to get in trouble? Anyways, we're getting in. Pile bunker red RC. We already have that burst from Lasagna Slayer. We're getting this loop started, and that's gonna be enough to wall splat and kill. Whoa, great, dude. Mixyous has the setups, bro. Mixyous got to be one of the strongest combo game slayers I've ever seen. Is very powerful at setting you up in these pile bunker loops. You know, there are some of these other slayers out there. They're really good in the scrambles. They're really good at sniping you with that map hunch full screen. Some of y'all are really good at strike throw and resets with Dandy Step and Bite. But Mixyous has an insane combo game. You gotta hand it to him, man. If you're trying to learn some Slayer combos, you're trying to learn the sauce, that's who you gotta look out for, Mixyous. Getting YRC back here. Lasagna Slayer, this is still his game. If we can get something started here. Mixyous boxing you here in the corner. We're going to spend a little bit of that security on that gun. Unfortunately, not enough security on the Skyfish to get the full screen nooch on that drone. Trying to bait out a throw attempt, but Lasagna Slayer isn't going to have it. Look at this defense. Oh my god. Both players have amazing defense, but that Mappa hunch picking you up on the other side of the screen afterwards, the follow-up that is. Mixyous getting game 2, but man, Lasagna Slayer was looking so good there for a second with that defense. Strong stuff. Strong stuff. Now, Lasagna Slayer looking really good in some of these rounds, guys. Of course, the game count isn't in our favor, but the player is still capable, I believe, at least. Lasagna trying to run us down, trying to get something started. You see a lot of Lasagna and Mixyous both. I got to give them both credit for showing up to that JeekLeague Open Friday nights at 8 p.m. EST. That's one of our open brackets that you can join outside of the JeekLeague. No cost. You just come right in. The same way Lasagna Slayer is going to be sending you through this wall. Not going to be enough to kill. But the hard knockdown sure is going to help us out. No security for any security cancels, but we do have that positive bonus cooking. We got full tension now, but we won't get the chance to use it. Mixyous getting 100 meter for himself. Guys, that's going to be able to kill. Oh, okay, I forgot. I forgot that there was a follow-up part to it. I was like, oh, no shot. I'm not going to lie, guys. I forgot there was a follow-up part. I'm so used to the first hit killing. Whoa! Dandy stepping, or rather step dashing through that white wild assault. Mixyous coming out on top of that situation. A little bit of a drop on that 2H, but we're getting in with the It's Late. The Master Hammer does get blocked, and we're hitting you with that 6H right after. We got these pile bunkers going back and forth, man, going to each side. P Mappa to try to get in, and the K Mappa is going to finish it. Mixyous coming out on this Slayer strong. This is our last match of this team set. Gorillas featuring Ramlethal up against Joe Brownie. YoKai of Joe Brownie, excuse me. You got AoiKypher and you got Joe Brownie here on the screen. Let me make sure those scores are reset. I apologize, y'all. This is a first to 5 set. So you can't just get 3 wins and call it. In fact, we've seen it in previous weeks where a player has gotten 3 wins and then actually reverse swept by the first to 5 rules. So we'll have to see if that comes out this time. Joe Brownie with a really strong start, getting us through that Elysian driver. The bots give us a bit of a frame traps, I suppose. Jailing you back and running up, getting that hit. Joe Brownie. Strong start to the round here, getting you with those defend commands as well. Able to put those bots away. Trying to see if Aoi wanted to do that burst earlier. But she waited a bit and it paid off for her. Was able to get out of that corner. But now you got Valentine v Valentine. We're out here. One's got big swords, one's got little bros. Trying to link into that close slash after. Unfortunately couldn't get it, but we got a 5D round after that red RC. Oh, unfortunately not enough to kill, just off by a pixel. Joe probably did not expect that one, but we're in a really good spot. You had a mountain to climb on the side of Aoi, so Joe just kept it cool, did some zoning, was able to take that first game. Strong stuff there from Joe, man. Strong stuff there. And you could afford to go ahead and play some of that lame game there at the end. Go for just some zoning. Get those bots reestablished. See if JD's is going to win the game for you at that point. We're going to see if Aoi can get something started here a little bit sooner. Hitting you back with this rock. Tries to get that hit right there, but Joe Brownie with a nice counter hit. Aoi was able to get some distance back afterwards with the burst. The H-Sword keeps this Jacko here in the corner. Valentine v Valentine, y'all. The bursts are traded back and forth. PRC to try to slow things down, probably trying to get around these bots. And we were able to get rid of some of them right there with that trade hit, but Joe Brownie able to get another one on the screen for you, running this Ramlethal down to the other side, getting this bot in your face. The counter hit close slash comes out, maybe looking for a throw on that run up, but no, it was just the meaty. But then you're getting thrown right after with that hit, throw, Elysian driver. Joe Brownie getting this first round of game 2. I like this route here from Aoi, able to box this Jacko to the corner. We got this H-Sword, S-Sword pressure that you're going to have to hold, but getting a throw right there, a punish throw, in fact. Joe now's got you in the strike throw, man, and this can be brutal, bro. Aoi keeping her cool, but that 5D connects. Not enough to get a super after, but that was a lot of damage, man. 5D, 5D, 5D. Aoi's got the burst here if she needs it. That was a good angle right there from Joe on that bot. Able to use that orange wall assault to get you all the way to the corner. Pick you up with the H-sword. Guys, that's a lot of damage, but not enough to kill Joe. Does that tension here? BRC drift forward possibly to get a 5P, the jail back down this Ramlethal, and the throw is going to take it in the mental stack. Great stuff right there, Joe, and that's one of the strengths of Jacko, right? You put down all those little guys, all those little fellas around, and you have a few options. You have the lows, you have the 5Ds, you have the bots that are clapping your cheeks. But sometimes it's as simple as just getting that throw after. Great stuff. And Joe had all the HP. Well, actually, we had the burst to play with and keep it safe right there. And you're going to probably see that a bit in this first of 5, right? As we go out through these games, players can afford to take more and more risks as we get deeper in the layers. Aoi has the chance here to, you know, in a normal tournament right now, you'd be sweating right now, man. Oh, I'm down 2 games to this Jacko. What do I do? How do I get around this zoning? But Aoi still has time to figure this one out. But Joe definitely has the strong start here. Able to bait that burst. Able to put this ram in the corner. Got the bots clapping you around and linking into the wall splat still regardless. 50 tension on the side of Aoi trying to get it used by getting that run up. But Joe able to drop the bot right in your face, man. Joe knows some strong angles for these bots and doesn't autopilot them. Is, you know, holding the bots, reacting to how you're approaching, picking a normal to shoot that bot in a way that is going to benefit them. Getting in with that flip take, H-sword to jail you back, 5D gets the pickup, going that mortar botto. Solid stuff from this Ramlethal right here. Getting in with that 5P. YRC comes out, so Joe gets these bots established. The throws are coming out, and Aoi does have tension to play with, but Joe, with these throws, with that nasty cross-up, doesn't want to give you the chance to use it. Nice stuff right there. Able to mess up what Joe was trying to get started with that PRC slowdown. H-sword gets the pickup after it. We spend all the tension, but we did get this hard knockdown. Aoi keeping you here in the corner. What a great block on the cross up there from Joe. That's normally an unblockable, but Joe doing an insane job of blocking that H-sword cross up there in the corner. Good blocks right here from Aoi. Able to get out with that JH, but Joe trading, getting the pickup after. One more hit from either player will do it, and it's gonna be that bot. Dude, Aoi came alive in that last round. I love the way she was playing, but Joe was able to hold it down, able to keep it strong. Man, I love the way Aoi was playing in that game, but Joe making those adaptations on the fly as well. And this is one of those other benefits to the first of 5. Aoi said, okay, let me see how my secondary works. Let me see how this Sin can fare in the set. Aoi trying to get in right here. Wild Assault to keep you pushed back. The bots are down here as well. Good pressure right here. We're getting picked up by that bot. Try to go for the burst bait after we got this Hawk Baker to get out of the corner, spending all that stamina. So you don't have the stamina anymore, but you do have this corner pressure. You have the burst. You have the red RC if you need to use it. BRC to get away from that Joe Brownie that was going to try to get that air throw on you. So good stuff right there. Trying to keep those bots back. Trying to wail on that 6P. Getting in right here. The bots are shooting you back. Trying to get this elk hunt under. The raw step, the raw elk hunt. Full screen right there. Joe doing some good stuff with that defend command, trying to call out the beak driver, but Aoi didn't fall for it quite yet, and in fact got the next pickup into that hard knockdown. Trying to bait out a throw possibly from Joe, but Joe is not antsy on that defense. YRC connects. It kills all the bots. We get some distance back. 2K2D for that soft knockdown. Goes into that meaty overhead. But Joe is ready with both the blocks on both overheads. What side? It's the same one. Joe Brownie taking that round. But dude, Aoi has been getting stronger and stronger, it seems. Even on this Sin pick, she didn't need any time to warm up. She's playing hot. But Joe able to get that first round, showing, hey, I'm warmed up on this Jacko. The only Jacko in the entire JeekLeague, by the way. Our boy up here, Joe Brownie. Getting deleted in terms of that HP right now. AoiKypher getting that Tyrant Barrel. I like that, man. Sin got a pretty good backdash, able to get away from that 2D, but Joe got the tick throws coming out into the cross-up right away. And dude, oh my god, that fuzzy was insane. Is that what that was right there? Getting that rising JP afterwards. Joe Brownie with some cool tech, with some cool setups, man. It's not just about zoning with the bots. It's not just about pressuring you back with the little fellas. It's about getting these cross ups, these insane setups, these nice zoning tools. But Joe said, hey man, I got the HP, I got the rounds to play with. I'm ascended on this Elysian driver, and it paid off. AoiKypher was feeling herself there for a second, but Joe said, hey, don't forget, this super is a reversal. I do have that tension. In fact, we had 100 tension. I just realized Joe, of course, if that one had just gotten blocked, had the PRC to keep it safe. So the world was our oyster there. Joe Brownie looking strong here, man, but this is where AoiKypher can start getting some games on the board. Especially in these latter games, man, on that Sin. Even on the Ramlethal in Game 3, but on this Sin right now, getting that run up 6P, taking Joe to the corner. But the throw gets backdashed. Aoi spends her burst to keep that Jacko back there. And now we were seeing this in a previous set with a Sin and a Asuka, but 6P coming out. You're able to get some gnarly special cancels and stamina cancels off those bots potentially. And you saw Aoi going for it a second there with the beak driver. Joe got you with that JK, man. That's a tricky jump normal, especially when you got the bots clapping in your face. You got the hard knockdown coming out, but Aoi has so much tension on the other side and does have the stamina also. We'll have to see. YRC connects right here. The 5H Red RC confirms it. Joe Brownie looking good. Shouts to Mystic Smash in the chat. I'm surprised Jacko isn't banned. She looks like she has many broken moves. Dog, you're telling me, bro. You're telling me. Especially the way that Joe Brownie uses this Jacko. Again, the Jacko here in the JeekLeague. Able to get you over here in this corner, man. Aoi trying to get out, but the throws are coming out. The bots are on us. I like that. Able to get that Hawk Baker out. Tries to go for the throw, but the PRC keeps yourself safe. Joe goes for a double jump to avoid any 6P shenanigans after that PRC. We got the claps. Gets the run up. The hit confirms off that clap. Lines up the close slash. Joe Brownie with a solid play here in this first to 5. Seals it on the Jacko. Yo, Vegan Roasted Turkey, what's going on? Vegan Roasted Turkey. Let me get that names updated for you. It still says YoKai, but of course, Gorillas is making it out of Group A. How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling very, very, very good. All right, so the thing is, basically, a lot of the pressure was on me and Mixyous. And Kypher, we kind of just like, you know, what happens, right? But me and Mixyous, we needed to win. So the fact that I won 3-2, I felt, I was shaking. I was so scared. I think you can tell by my play. I was incredibly scared.
No, it seemed like...
It makes you seem comfortable, but, you know.
Just from spectating, it seemed like both of y'all just wanted to win, man. And I mean, those are some of the best sets to watch, in my opinion, you know. Some people just really want to win, and you can tell in their play. But, dude, you were getting some Twitter clips there. You were finishing some rounds with HMC. You were getting some awesome clean hit combos as well. I think you did really good baiting the parries. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I'm not picking any favorites. I'm just saying what I saw as the spectator. But yeah, so you guys are out of the group. So you want to, I mean, recap us through JeekLeague, man. Did you have fun? How are you feeling about playoffs? You know, what are you thinking?
Ooh, I had a lot of fun. Even though, I'll be honest, I think I was absent for about 2 or 3 weeks, I think. But I had a lot of fun. So I remember at first, again, you mentioned it's a last minute group. I legit just responded to Jono on Twitter. I was like, what is it? And he said, oh, Tuesdays at 8. And I was like, you know what? Why not? So that's how it went. I'm feeling very good. I'm really happy to make it out.
Well, there you go. You're in the running for this $1,000 prize pool, and you'll be able to see Gorillas and 7 other teams next week at the playoff stage. If I'm not mistaken, because you guys made it out in second in Group A, your first round will be against the first seed of Group D. So that means your opponents could either be, now that's a death group right now, Vegan. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We don't know who's gonna make it out first over there, but it's gonna be either Mash, Bad Moon, or Sweet Tooth. So off the top of your head, I'm putting you on the spot. You know, how you feeling about your first match going into next week?
Ooh, I'm worried about Mashed because there's 2 Sins in there. That's pretty scary. Bad Mood can also be scary because Snorlax is incredibly good at this game, obviously.
Yeah, Snorlax's been clapping everybody in the past 2 weeks. I'm gonna keep it real, but yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly, I would prefer either Bad Mood or Sweet Tooth, but you know, whatever happens, happens, right?
For sure, man, for sure. All right, so there we go. I won't keep you any longer. Congratulations, good job clutching up the set. Big shouts to your opponents as well, man. We got to give it to YoKai. I mean, it wouldn't have been as cool of a set as we just saw if it wasn't for the fact that they were actually still competing to get out over you guys. So that could have went another way. So,
GG's everybody. It was really fun.
All right, friend. So I'm gonna send you on your way. I didn't get a this or that ready. What'd you have for breakfast?
I had some pancakes.
There you go. Oh, shit, there you go. What was on them? Just butter? You got the syrup on there, man?
No, I don't put butter on my pancakes. I just put syrup on it. I'm a pancakes guy over waffles, if that counts, right?
Yeah, there you go. Pancakes over waffles. Now, actually, I'm just sending your way, Vegan. You have a good night. I'll see you, man.
You too.
Have fun. Okay, I fumbled there. The first team, the home team today, is going to be Trans Blunt Rotation. You got Davon, you got Skullduggers, the only Faust in the whole league, by the way. You got Anima, and you got Sloth. Sloth came in as one of the last minute additions, playing that chip. Shout out to this team. The next team is going to be the Goopy Slimers. Now, they're going to be the away team today, and they announced that their lineup is going to be as such. Flame and Scissors will be going for the first of 3 sets, and Unbiased will be fighting it out in the first of 5 as the anchor. Shit. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, 1 second. I'm sorry, Sloth. How's it going, homie? Sorry, I went down the wrong pipe there for a second. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. I'm high as hell.
Okay. That's definitely... Well, I mean, your team name is Trans Blunt Rotation, so I guess I'm not totally surprised. Friends, I don't know how much you've been looking at the points. Maybe, I don't know how much you've been comprehending the points, I guess, depending on how tweaked out you are right now. But, homie, you currently have a 3-point lead over your opponents, the Goopy Slimers. How are you feeling about this next set?
The opposing team plays a lot of fucked up characters.
And
I'm feeling like I'm trying to have fun. So that's what we're gonna do today.
Fuck yeah! You guys seem like the team that wants to have fun.
That's what I like to hear. That's the only type of team I ever wanted to be.
Well, there you go. I mean, here you are out here just having fun, quote unquote, but also in the race for that second place spot with that 3-point advantage. Now, you can't rest on your laurels too long. Not trying to get in your head or nothing. I know you're gonna have fun no matter what. So, I mean, you don't have to give me the secret sauce, but you guys have any strategy going into this one, or what are you thinking? You're just gonna hit some buttons?
Well, me personally, I'm gonna do my best, but my teammates are going to carry me on their backs the way that I need them to.
Well, hey, it's
what I'm saying?
It's a foolproof strategy there, getting that carry. I've been in that situation before as well. Sloth, appreciate you coming in. No matter what happens, I think that we've enjoyed seeing your team throughout the JeekLeague. Any final words before I send you on your way to this final set of the group stage?
Hey man, you know, it's June. Shout out mental health awareness. If you're going through some shit, you should talk to somebody and get some fucking help. Don't drown in your own shit alone. Please reach out. People care about you. And shout outs to Pride Month. Love all my sisters and brothers and thisters, theirsters, theysters, individuals. You guys are all beautiful. Keep living your lives. Don't let people tell you what to do.
Udon joined up! Udon joined up! Drag Udon!
So what's drag Udon? Okay, let me get Udon in and then I'll do the introduction. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yo!
There we
Oopie
go.
Goopy Slimers, how we living?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All here in the flood.
All right, y'all. So you probably heard me say it to TBR just a second ago with your win over 2T2B, if I'm not mistaken, the way the points currently look. And we'll double check this shit, guys. So if I'm wrong, my bad. We'll figure it out. Y'all are currently at, I think, 30 points, which means that you are 3 points down on TBR, but they're your opponents right here. You have the potential of winning 7 points here over them. So what are you thinking? What are you guys thinking? Hit me.
I've been dooming. You know, I've been respectfully dooming, but I've also, you know what? I've also been hopium. I've been talking to Cloned. I was talking to Clone and I was like, this guy, hopium. This is the math we gotta do. This is how we win, right?
Yeah.
We have the chance. We've got this.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We just have to lock in. It's really that
Exactly.
simple.
We got this shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's my general idea as unbiased here. That's me. I just have to. I mean, if I was like an unwinnable matchup, there's nothing really you can really do about that. But I'm just like
True.
It's complete. Ask anybody. But yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do. It's at the end of the day, you just gotta fucking do it. So
it's just the 1-9 matchup.
Exactly. So I think let's just do it.
I have a question for Udon. Udon, I think you're on the bench for this set, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be it's Scissors, Flame, and Unbiased. So I mean, are you nervous? I mean, you're putting it all on your team here.
I'm not nervous at all. They got this. I'm completely confident they have this.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a lot of trust. You know what? I trust Udon. I trust my team. I trust Unbiased. I trust Udon. I trust Flame. I trust us all to gap. We are going to gap
on everything.
Yo, there we go. It sounds like Scissors pumped. It sounds like you guys are all ready to do your best. I don't have a fast way to kick you all out at once, so I'm just going to I'm going to let y'all say, hey, final words. We're going to go into this last set. No matter what happens, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. Hope you guys have fun at the JeekLeague. We're going to this last one. Good luck to y'all. Any last words from the Goopy Slimers?
We're going to fucking win. Woo!
Sloth should blame me.
How we are?
Yeah, let's go.
Sloth should blame me.
Sloth needs to run back.
True, actually, yes.
I just don't, I'm gonna say what I'm weak to. That's giving the enemy the advantage. Anyway, Sloth, please play me.
Starting off this next team set, guys, it's gonna be Trans Blunt Rotation up against the Goopy Slimers. TBR versus Koi. We got some really strong players starting us off in this first of 3 set. There's going to be 3 total sets, but this one's going to be quick and violent. What we know and love here in Guilty Gear Strive. Flame getting that hard knockdown, getting that positive bonus. We know Flame for that HC. I think Flame plays some other characters as well, plays the Kai. I think Flame, if I'm not mistaken, Flame plays the whole damn cast, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we know Sloth for this chip, getting gunned back by this HC, getting that ammo full screen, getting that curse applied. The roll comes out. We're getting mixed up by that one, trying to get that DP started, but now we're getting hit back. Have the burst to get another chance here, trying to get that cross up jump normal. The throw gets teched. We're getting on top of you, trying to call you back right there. Going into that red RC. Strong stuff there from Flame. Gonna be able to take this first game. We had to run that chip down, though, guys. It wasn't free. We had to run that chip down. We were chasing you down to try to get it started, and Flame was able to do it right here in this first game. Strong stuff. Strong stuff. Let me see if I can't... My replays are being done. Let me see if I can't stop the replay buffer and restart the replay buffer. This chaos clean. Golly. This chaos is clean. Shouts to Flame. Flame, I haven't seen Flame in a JeekLeague in a minute, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Keep it a buck, Flame. But, when was it, Flame? Damn. Trying to remember what JeekLeague it was. Was it like JeekLeague 6 or 7? Flame got top 8. I think 2nd place. I don't know if I've seen Sloth in a JeekLeague. We'll have to see it come by. That's our open tournament. That's every Friday at 8 p.m. EST with a $50 minimum prize pool. And we're celebrating our big 6-0 this week on Friday. That's going to be June 6th. If you're watching the VOD, you missed the 6-0. But we do it every Friday, so you'll be able to catch us on the next Friday by the time you watch the VOD. Shouts to the YouTube watchers. Flame getting that burst away from Sloth. Sloth trying to get in here, trying to dance around this HC. We know Chip as that quick pixie character, but Flame is actually the one getting this mix. And of course, when we get that shot, we're able to carry across the screen. Look at this setup. Holy shit, the behind the back as well. Oh my god, dude. Flame had that cross-up JK and then that air dash JK on the other side, getting the behind the back shot as well. Oh my god, you gotta go back. Yo, the VOD watchers get to go back and rewatch that combo. That one was sick. DP coming out from Sloth. Got the Alpha Blade, but the 6P comes out. Flame got you with the curse full screen. Gunning you back. Has 100 tension to play with. Gets that pickup. Red RC to see the burst coming, and Flame is able to get it started right here in this game 2. Strong stuff. Okay, it looks like I fixed the replays. Okay, whew. We're doing it live, guys. We're doing it live, guys. June 6th is when I move. I hope it's a good move, Woomy. Congratulations. If it's a good move, I hope it's a good one. And then Nikola Jokic behind the back lay. I'm sorry. Is that like an athlete? I am so not sports. But I'm assuming that is a athlete. No, on one hand I hate HC. On the other hand, I want my agenda to have the proper evidence. Shoutouts to Ant in the chat. The Axel. The Axel player. Getting bursted back, Sloth. I love these flicks on the FD on these dash cancels. And a good throw, a punish throw right there on Flame. Getting that 6K, but Flame was ready with that block. A good just block as well, trying to push back Sloth there with that 5K. PRC comes out. Flame going for a counter hit here. We do have 100 pension to play with. We're getting some good hits here. Try to get that cross-up JK. That cross-up is so gnarly, man. That one is so gnarly. I don't know what the frame data is after you block it, but I don't know if Flame can keep their turn back. Can probably, actually, no, for sure can, right? With gunshot. You have to block the cross-up JK and the gunshot. That's insane. Flame. Right here, getting caught with that red RC on the overhead of the Rekka. Sloth able to see the burst come. Couldn't keep the combo going, but hey, we got that cross-up mix. Flame was probably going for a P normal to try to hit back that HC. I mean, that K. Jesus Christ, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. Sloth getting a perfect. Y'all know what I was trying to say. The Axel sounds like a slur. Oh, God, I did not mean it that way. Master Shake said, even Master Shake was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, well, I did not mean it that way. to keep it real with y'all. Anyways, here we go. Sloth getting that positive bonus. Flame spending that meter that we had built up on that BRC driftboard, getting the gunshot. Sloth with that positive bonus was able to get nearly 100 tension here. Gets it on the throw. Good defense right there. The YRC kept you safe, dude. Flame was about to mix the hell out of you with that cross-up JK into the roll on the landing with the low 2K, dude. Thank God we YRC'd it to keep it a buck. No way we were going to block that. No one was. One more interaction here. The flex shield to push back this HC. The YRC gets us another chance out of that corner. The FD blocks on that 5K, 6K routing. The DP comes out. The goal burst gets blocked. Couldn't get the punish after, unfortunately, keeping you back with the rope. But the Abare on that reset right there. Sloth going to get knocked down. Flame getting the first points for the Goopy Slimers. Going into our next game here, guys, the current standings are TBR at 33 points. Goopy Slimers at 32. This set will be worth 2 points. The next set will be worth 3 points. So we'll have to see. Yeah, there is a chance they can tie. Okay, hold on. So if TBR wins this set, they will go to 35 points, and then if the Goopy Slimers win the next set, they will also go to 35 points, in which case I need to do a damn tiebreaker. So, no bias, but please don't make me do a tiebreaker. Please don't make me have to do a tiebreaker. Scissors getting this first round. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I need to reset those scores. I apologize. Of course, we just started a brand new set, but this one is going to be first to 3. We'll have to see. The first to 5 comes after this one. Catching you with that 6H. Try to get the link after with the Wild Assault, but Scissors was doing an up back, so it put us at a weird angle. Able to get that trumpet after that hard knockdown with the fish. Going for that 5D RC. Skullduggers going to be sent here through the wall after that awesome Fujin routing from Scissors. Has the round advantage right now. Far slash into the RC. Able to see the burst. Scissors with a really strong first game here. Not giving Skullduggers that time to get their footing. So strong stuff from Scissors. Strong stuff from Scissors. Guys, shoutouts to the pre-match interviews. If you watch the... wait, Unbiased saying no. Why are you saying no, homie? Oh, they made me fight Elfelt? Oh, you're fucked. Unbiased as fuck. Shouts to Unbiased. The anchor in the first of 5 here in this set. We'll have to see if Koi... Wait, hold on. Let me do the math again. Yeah, if Koi... Even if Koi wins this set... Hold on, what's the math? Hold on, guys. Let me do the math real quick. So it's 33 to 32, okay? Oh, shit. Koi needs the sweep. Do you guys know the tiebreakers off the top of your head? Oh, shit, dude. Koi needs the sweep. If Skullduggers wins this, then they'll go to 35, and then the Goopy Slimers will have to win... Wait, what's the math? No, they'll go to 36. Oh my god, if TBR wins this set, then they guarantee make it out, I think. I think that's the math. I hope they don't have the stream unmuted. Don't let it bother you. Hey, whatever I just said, don't let it bother you. Skullduggers getting his first round here. We'll have to see. It's an uphill battle here. Minifaust coming out, forcing us to do that air jump, but then getting bananaed as well afterwards on that counter hit Skull. Playing really strong with those items. Now, guys, I'm not an Anji or Faust player. I'm just a spectator here in the scene. I think this isn't the hottest matchup for Faust. I mean, you ask anyone how they feel about any character, they're going to tell you it's a 4-6 matchup, but Skull right now showing some strong stuff with these items. Not really overpressing our advantage too much, instead just going for a lot of item play, which could be a part of their strategy. Scissors able to keep that throw safe with PRC, but gets this wall splat after into the overhead on Fujin. Only needs one more interaction to close out this round, but an awesome 2 HP RC cancel for Skull into an item. Unfortunately, not a very exciting item, but oh, actually it kind of paid off because we got the overhead making Scissors fall back into that afro. It didn't matter too much. I think it increased our hurt box a bit, but I don't know if it actually mattered when this 5K connected. We'll see it back on the replay. Yeah, Scissors unfortunately getting caught on that backdash with that full screen 6H. It is an overhead. Skull with a really well-timed backdash to get out of that Koi follow-up from Scissors. That's some heads-up play right there from Skull. Seeing that Scissors had that Koi coming, knew that we were going to go for it through with that spin, but Skull able to do the backdash, man. That was a very strong option from them. Hammer comes out, able to spin through that hammer, but dude, Skull doing a great job of zoning us back with that 6H. Scissors unfortunately didn't see that it was actually 2 bombs. Dude, Skull almost linking that burst bait off with the help of the trumpet parade. We got another bomb on the screen. Very active right there. Unfortunately, the bomb eating the butterfly entirely. I didn't actually know it worked out that way. Dude, Skull getting some pretty good items here in this round. Scissors finally getting the corner pressure set up, but Skull having these bombs to back us up. We got 50 tension here. Goes for the mix on the Scarecrow, but I think... Was that a plus on blocks, Scarecrow? I think the longer you charge it, the more plus it is. I'm not sure if that one was. Neither did Scissors. I think maybe it wasn't indicated by Skull blocking afterwards. Or at least knowing it was safe, that is. Getting that trumpet. So able to get that trumpet. So, dude, unfortunate for Scissors. And an amazing item right there from Skull. Went for the throw tech on Scissors, who was trying to spin through that meteor. Saw that item coming. Dude, Skull getting some amazing items right here. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. And the way we're playing with them is so good. Using those bombs to make sure that Anji can't get those plays started. Getting that meteor there just a second ago. The mini Faust have been pretty good as well. Man, these bombs, bro. Jesus fuck. Oh, that was some really good routing with the Fujins right there from Scissors. And then the PRC low gets this pickup on Skullduggers. Cancels into the fan. Will this be enough to kill? It will be close. Nice. Great stuff right there. Anji fans rejoicing as we go to this last round of game 2. Check Skull's PC. Check their PC. I've seen 0 bad items. Oh, great stuff right there. Scissors finally getting around that 6H. What happened there, guys? Why did that bar slash not connect? That was a weird one. The VOD watchers can go back and see what happened, but damn, that was a little quick for me. Skullduggers getting this command throw, getting that afro, and it is a safe jump. Scissors showing you that those backdashes can be safe against those safe jumps. Now, this afro's still on you. I think you need to take like 20 hits or something, or like 10 seconds. I don't know what it is. The burst, but wow. Great routing there from Scissors, getting that wall splat against Skullduggers and closing out this game 3. We're up 2-1. I was scared there for a second. If it was me, I would have choked that one, man, because I was scared about that burst coming back from Skull, but didn't even get the chance to use it because Scissors got the wall splat in time. Okay. Scissors fans, Koi fans, you got to keep up that momentum. Of course, we do have the lead here, but I believe by the math, if TBR wins this game, it for sure... Wait, hold on. Let me do the math one more time. Hold on. So they're at 33. Koi's at 32. If TBR wins this one, it's 2 points. They're at 35. Oh, wait, no. Okay, but if Koi wins this one, then they'll be at 34 to 33. So the last set matters no matter what. So so no matter what happens here, the last set is going to matter. But if I'm getting this right, Scissors winning this means that there won't have to be a tiebreaker. But if Skull wins this, then there will have to be a tiebreaker, in which case you're going to have to give me a second to look to see who makes it through. It's head-to-head. By the way, guys, it's head-to-head. So maybe you guys can look ahead of time, or maybe I can find out after this. I'll have to run a 1-minute ad anyway, so I'll be able to look after this. Able to catch that backdash with the close slash Scissors! On set point. I'm sitting here talking about the future, but we need to talk about the present. Scissors able to spin through, and I like that, actually. Not going for the koi fish, instead going for a close slash. Sending Skull here through the wall. Skull will have burst here on the other side if we get that chance to use it. Of course, Faust can be pretty good about using it in a counter hit confirm into blue wall assault, or can use it to strike throw with command grab. Very aggressive right there from Scissors with that approach parry, but the back throw from Skullduggers. What side are we on? Oh my god, we were actually above. I also thought that was a cross-up. I think it's what Scissors thought. Oh no, unfortunate timing on the backdash. Skull was trying to backdash that koi fish like we saw earlier in the set, but this time it didn't pay off. The shimmy from Scissors takes Skulldugger to the corner and finishes that game. And with that, guys, this last set matters. We're going into our last game of this team set, guys, and this one matters. If TBR, if Anima, if she wins this, then TBR will make it out of the group as second seed. If Unbiased wins this, then the second seed will go to the Goopy Slimers. The whole 5 weeks comes down to this singular set. We'll have to see how Group B is decided. Unbiased trying to get something started here. Anima showing you, of course, the brand new character that Guilty Gear Strive, Unica. Coming in. Unica definitely has left a very strong first impression on the scene. Maybe we're a little bit more relaxed than we were in hour 1. In that first hour, we were dooming over this character. At least some of us were. Some of us still are. But definitely seems like a very strong character. Maybe not top 1 like we were thinking, but definitely a very strong character. Of course, Unbiased here, been repping this Johnny since the early days, back when Johnny was bad. Can you guys remember? You guys remember when Johnny was bad? That's how long Unbiased here has been playing Jonald out here. Going for that overhead mist finder. getting this wall splat, and Senga for the wall break. Anima will have this 50 tension on the other side. That's the unsafe stun dipper. The red versions, for the most part, are unsafe, while the blue versions, the empowered versions, are mostly safe. There is counterplay all across the board, depending on your character, but right there, Unbiased Ear just had to finish it off with that back throw. Strong stuff. I feel like this move has had a different name every week, but we've been referring to it as a daughter dipper. Have you guys heard that one yet? I still want to call it scum dipper, but we'll let daughter dipper rock. So Anima right there pulling out that Unica to start, man. Now, reminder, this is a first of 5 set, guys. This one doesn't end right off the jump. This one isn't just going to be a first to 3 like the other sets we saw. This one goes to 5. So Anima able to try out in that first game the Unica, seeing what she likes about the matchup, but instead going to bring it back to the old faithful, her Elfelt Valentine. Unbiased, getting that burst away from this Elfelt. Now Anima is like the Elfelt of the league, gonna keep it a buck. Elfelt has a really high win rate right now in JeekLeague, and that's because every time Anima has played, it's been on this Elfelt and it's been beaten up, people. I like that mix, 5D into 5D. Finally opening up with that Insenga, and the Mist Finder is gonna get that wall break kill. Great stuff. Everyone's saying definitely prefer Gun Dipper. You know what? I like Gun Dipper more too. It's actually easier to say. Daughter Dipper is like funny. It's cute. It's definitely cheeky, but yeah, I like Gun Dipper also. Gun Dipper. Yeah, I'm gonna call that one Gun Dipper. Of course, we're looking at the Elfelt now. Also got the guns. Anima loves these gun characters. Unbiased Ear coming down. Doing that step dash full screen. Getting you with that mix. The old Johnny Faithful, man. Getting those overhead finders to clap you back. We're going to that PRC cancel after. Strong stuff, getting that jump in. BRC to see the YRC. That's a good bait right there from Unbiased Ear. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I thought that was a drop. I didn't realize we were tumbling there to where the close slash was gonna pick you up. Let's see it back on the replay. Good 2P check, by the way, right there. Unbiased active on that defense. You have to be against this Elfelt Valentine. Look at this tumble. Oh my god. It actually picked up. I thought that was an OTG for a second. Unbiased Ear's got these combos. Shouts to Unbiased, by the way, had a hell of a run there at Combo Breaker 2025. That was only two weeks ago now at this point, guys. God damn. Felt like a long time ago, but it was only 2 weeks ago. I think catching you in the backdash with the close slash, and Anima was ready with her burst. Trying to call out these card tosses, trying to call out Unbiased going for Mist Finder stance full screen, or possibly even trying to stuff that approach with these fireballs, but Unbiased doing a good job of getting around this Elfelt. I like that 5H, a gnarly call out on the approach of Unbiased Ear, but able to stay in the corner, getting that next interaction, and actually ending the round. Wow! Insane combo like there, right there, man. Akeno in the chat saying, Clone, are we guaranteed? Akeno, if I'm not mistaken, your team is in fact guaranteed to make it out of this group at first place. Right now, we're trying to see who is going to be your second seed between TBR and the Goopy Slimers. If Anima can clutch up this set, it'll be TBR moving on. If Unbiased can win this one, then it'll be the Goopy Slimers. Like I said, all 5 weeks come down to this set. The burst comes out. Unbiased getting in with that Vault PRC. 5D mix gets blocked. Able to get that card in that red RC slowdown. Picking up on that next hit. Going for that low finder. And getting the perfect. Unbiased playing so strong here in this set. Now, this is where a normal set would be over right now, guys. But it's the first of 5. We have that chance to bring it back. We have that chance to keep playing. Game 4 here on the board, guys. Let me remind you about that prize pool. $1,000, bro. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. Big shout outs to John putting in some of that money. I say some, $200 worth of it. Insane contribution. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. That's what we're playing for, guys. We got to get out of this group stage, make it to the playoffs, and then get to the other side. And I'll go ahead and show you guys after all of these sets tonight. If you hang out with the stream, I'll go ahead and give you a rundown of who's making out and what the first week of playoffs are going to look like. But right now, we're getting on top of you with this Rekka pressure, unbiased ear with some good defense, and then canceling into that card toss super. Able to close out this round of game 4. I like that 5k check on Anima's round start. It can be a strong option to stuff out some approaches, especially that Pineberry. But that run up counter hit far slash is going to pay off here for Anima. Going into that pogo in the corner, but unbiased. Able to check you with the 6p. The YRC connects. We're able to get these fireballs. Unbiased holding that stance, and that's what Anima's, I believe, has been checking with that fireball. Not letting Unbiased get away with just pulling out that stance willy-nilly once we get those fireballs going. And look, it even calls out the vaults. That's a really good angle for that as well. Unbiased spends that burst. We're getting in with the lariat, and I like that shimmy there from Anima. It's going to earn her the round. Awesome play right there. Able to get that Pineberry. Round star pickup. Oh my god. Unbiased fucking blocked that. Dude, I didn't even know what that setup was. No way you blocked that. Okay, damn. That one would have got me too. Anima showing some awesome mix, but Unbiased got some amazing defense. But even with that defense, bro, we're still getting opened up here and there. But that was a really good 2p check here from Unbiased. Gonna turn this one into a wall break hard knockdown. Anima playing really solid here. She's going to be on the other side of the screen, waking up into this positive bonus Jonathan. But we got 50 tension to play with. We got the flex shield potentially if we use it on that. Of course, it can be a counter hit with an orange wild assault. Good defense here from Anima. Catches the backdash with the wild assault. That's unfortunately not going to kill if you're an Elfelt fan, if you're a TBR fan. But we're looking good here in this round. One more hit for the Elfelt will take it. Able to block out that 6k. Unfortunately couldn't kill off of that trade. Unbiased getting in with that wild assault. Farsight trying to check you back. We're misfiring back and forth, but that projectile coming out clutch. Anima showing you how strong that option can be in this matchup particularly. Of course, Unbiased can't block while in that misfire stance. It's a very strong projectile, able to close a lot of distance, but if you're that far away, all Anima has to do is up back 236s. So great stuff. Great stuff. Shoutouts to Unbiased, who before the match started was like, man, I can't believe I gotta play against Elfelt, and now everybody's checking him in the chat like, yo, I thought you said you were gonna struggle, man. Now, of course, Anima getting one on the board, man. We've seen comebacks just like this earlier in the JeekLeague. Shouts to Akeno. Akeno, one of the ones typing in the chat right now, was down 0-3 to one of his opponents in a previous team set and then brought it all the way back. So we could potentially see the same thing here from Anima. Goes for this wake up super. Unbiased was caught in the gun stance. That was going to be some mix right there, but that mix does not respect that wake up super. Only one more hit for Anima here. It's going to get it with that projectile on the other side. Unfortunately, not enough to kill. Oh my god, FD blocking the Lariat, gets the back throw as well on a pixel. Baits the burst. Unbiased ear on. Oh my god, pure robbery with that round. Going to keep it 1,000 with ya. Trying to get that far away card toss. Anima should rather showing you that anti-air close slash. Unbiased able to get that gold burst in the positive bonus. Scooting all the way up when you're trying to get that meaty close slash. After I like that, trying to shimmy around another throw attempt possibly on the Lariat, but this time Unbiased doing a nice fuzzy mash 2p. So then we're getting that wall spot, we're getting that wall break, and we're getting that super as well. Anima will have 50 tension here on the other side, guys. Will be safe around with this burst. Could potentially use it on the flex shield as well, but we're blocking simply over here. Good blocks on this Jonathan, but the N-Senga catches us trying to press out of the corner. The counter hit is gnarly, and Unbiased is going to be taking game 5. Here we go, guys. This set can potentially decide who is going to make it out at second place in Group B. We'll have to see. Trying to check with that far slash, getting misfinered back. Scooting up forward. Anima does have her burst, still going to spend it on that counter hit. Does not want to give that Johnny any positive bonus, but Unbiased doing a really good job boxing here. Yeah, it was on hit, but if Anima tries to go for too greedy of a follow-up after that on hit jump normal, Unbiased is going to check through that 2K, bring it to the corner, and go through this whole combo. Now, Anima does have 50 tension here. 6K gets blocked, able to get in. Dude, Unbiased doing such a good job of just like wave dashing back and forth, and now we're on set point. Mike Safter comes in. What the hell? 1K in the pot. Yeah, Mike, you missed the memo, homie. Mike, you missed the memo. We're up to $1,000 here, thanks to generous contribution from John. I threw in some money as well. And also, all the players had to spend money to enter this. It was $36 a team, and that adds up. $1,000 prize pool here. Unbiased, keeping Anima here in this corner, going for some deep throws here in Game 6. Overhead missed Finer and Sanger for that maximum damage. Anima does have burst and 50 tension here on the other side. BRC the drift forward, checks you with that 4-framer. Gonna go into this pogo combo. Unbiased has a lot of meter to play with. We'll have to see if they get a chance to use it. Anima does have that burst. Volt PRC, trying to see if Anima wants to press. It's gonna be on that positive bonus. So we don't have it for defense, but we do have it for offense. Does get that YRC off the positive bonus, blocks out that string, does the safe ender 5H. Unbiased getting gunned back, goes for an active 6P right there on a possibility of a vault, but Unbiased Ear wins that set and secures Koi's placement as second seed of Group B. So,
what's up?
So the Goopy Slimers, how we feeling?
I'm magnificent.
We
magnificent.
told you. We told you, didn't we?
We told you.
We told you we had that.
I know I said it.
Well, damn. Well, there we go. I think we all played pretty awesome right there. Definitely some smart picks, I'd say. I mean, y'all throwing the Anji at the foul, so that was just mean right there for y'all. But great stuff. I mean, so do you guys want to elaborate a bit on your strategy at all, or?
So our strategy was we were away team, so we did not get the picks.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hey, there we go. Well, there we go. Damn.
We mind controlled them.
Okay, well, all right. So we're in now, right? I think we'll double check all the points, by the way, but I'm pretty confident that you guys are making it out at second seed of Group B. Woo! So I'm going to tell y'all who you play in the first week of the final stage. So second in Group B. Oh, y'all are fucked. Okay, so y'all have to play the first seed team of Group C. You guys know what Group C is, right? That's Better Game Design.
Oh. Right. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got that.
So I like to hear. Shout out for the people home. If you don't know, that's gonna be it's a boy, Cheerio, Lolo, and Nubenheimer. It's 2 pots, 2 Goldlewises. So
the big bodies. The big bodies.
Oh, great.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
That's
manageable. Is it first to like if we lose the set, we're out? Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, so the final bracket stage is single elim, but here is how each of those matches work. It's going to be a best of 3 of team sets. So how you guys just played TBR, you'll do the same against Better Game Design. Let's say you guys win the first one. Well, then you run it back. You swap the sides, who is home and who is away, and you run it back. Now, if you tie in points, because we're still doing it by the points, remember? If you tie in points, then the last set, you go to a final tiebreaker, which will be a team battle with all 4 of your players on each side. So it could be hype, but damn, we'd be here all night. So for your sake, I hope y'all sweep, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, how are you guys feeling now that you guys are in? How you feeling? Like, is it relief, or is it, oh man, now we have to lock down, we actually have to really try now? Like, how you feeling?
There's triumph, I think.
It's triumph, but also relief, because we were worried about this set for a bit.
Yeah,
last week.
This whole week, because we had to sweep completely.
Yeah, we had to completely sweep. Yeah, we had a match earlier that we won 7-0, and then we won here 7-0. The only way we could have made it out is if we did that.
There you go. And you know, it's so, you know, we have like a mod chat in the Discord where we were talking about this stuff, and we kind of already knew going into it. But of course, we didn't want to tell y'all that and get in your heads or anything. But you were right, yes. And Scissors is right. They had to win fucking 2 team sets, 6 total sets a day. They gained 14 points to make it out. Awesome stuff. You know, I think the fans at home are impressed.
They better be. Oh God.
They better. I think 200 MS Sin was an interesting experience, to say the least.
We're not gonna talk about that one. But guys, so now so you're gonna have to win this next match in your first round of playoffs, which will be next week, by the way, at 8 p.m. EST every Tuesday, guys, for the rest of this league. And then after you win that game is when you start getting into that prize pool, is when you start getting some of that money, that $1,000 sitting here on the screen. So good luck to y'all. Guys, I'm going to send you off. Any last words for the fans? You know, anything for people to look forward to with the Goopy Slimers in the future? What are we thinking?
Gonna be more Johnny, because unbiased heard $1,000 prize pool. I do not think we're gonna be dropping a game with him.
Cough minus 1 game, but like we don't count that. It was Slayer.
Hey, what game? What game?
What game?
True.
No, nobody remembers anything.
Yeah, no.
Unbiased has won all of them.
It's true.
There we go. Awesome stuff, guys. Appreciate you all coming in. I'm gonna send you off one by one again. But thank you so much for playing in the JeekLeague, and we'll see you next week for those playoffs. Oh man, this is actually so fucked. Okay, so MASH has the tiebreaker over Bad Moon, because MASH has beaten Bad Moon twice. So if MASH gets swept here, then they have it over Bad Moon. Oh my god. But Bad Moon has the tiebreaker over Sweet Tooth. So MASH has it over Bad Moon. Bad Moon has it over Sweet Tooth. And then Sweet Tooth has it over MASH. So if Sweet Tooth wins this one, all 3 sets, it is a fucked ass 3-way tiebreaker. Our first team is going to be Sweet Tooth. They're the home team, so they get the counter pick tonight. It's going to be Risk Candy, MegaRura, Mark III, and Grand Dino. That is going to be MASH. It's going to be Sunny D repping that soldier tag, Big Will, Blue Heck, and Monkey King 94. Monkey King, a little bit of a screwball in there playing that Bedman. We'll have to see if that Monkey King comes out. Actually, no, I think no, because they're the away team. I can actually tell you their lineup. It's as you see. Soldier Sunny D is going to be starting us off. Big Will be going second, and then Blue Heck is going to be trying to hold it down in the first of 5. Yo, what's going on, MASH? How we feeling?
Hey, what's up?
We're jeeking.
Oh, wait.
Glad to hear it, guys. We were just going over how fucked your group is. Is it? So you know, if you need the recap for me, I'm gonna say this for the people watching the VOD. There's a potential for a 3-way tie depending on how this unfolds. How are you guys feeling going into this set?
Please no.
We're good.
I made a promise on my team that I would never lose again. I want to keep it.
There we go. So I'm never gonna lose again. Who was that? Blue Heck?
Yeah.
And Blue Heck, you're doing the first of 5. How you confident about that first of 5?
Yeah.
All right.
Last time it was a situation, but we're good today.
Yeah. Let me I think I actually have the results of y'all's last set. All I have is that y'all. No, you guys. Wait, hold on. No, oh yeah, you guys went down the Sweet Tooth, but was it a close team set at least? What was it? Were y'all able to snag some points, or was it a sweep? What was it?
Yeah, we won one.
Close.
You were able to win one? Okay.
Yeah, we won one of the last set. It was 5, which was the one that I played. It was 5-4. I couldn't close it all because Baiken. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
I hear you. So, I mean, here we go, guys. So, getting out of this group, I mean, damn, the points are so messed up that I don't even know who's getting out at first. We'll have to, this literally does decide the whole group. You guys definitely have the most competitive group, I believe. So, I'm going to send you off on your way. But, guys, any last words real quick before we go into potentially, I mean, there's a lot lining on this set. So, any last words from y'all?
Yeah. I have one. Sinkiske is not top 10. I'll see y'all later.
Okay. Ant is a bum. If they're in chat, Ant is a bum.
And there it is.
Wait, you said Ant is a bum, but they said that I want Big Will to win.
Oh,
doesn't matter. Don't care.
Oh, they also said ban Blue Heck. So.
Ban Blue Heck. Whoa.
Ant loves me though. Ant loves me. I know Ant loves me.
Wait, they're spitting.
And we're
Yeah,
besties,
it's
right?
for the agenda. It's for the agenda. No, it's calm down. Dude.
All right, it's for the agenda. All right, thank y'all. Yo, what's going on, Sweet Tooth? How we living?
What's good? What's good?
We are alive.
Alive indeed. I mean, you better at least be that, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, y'all have to win literally every game. Is that right? Am I getting that right?
Every set, yeah.
Well, how you feeling about that? We're feeling pretty good?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, damn, I as a TO, I'm not excited about a three-way tie, but as a spectator, I know we're rooting for that right now. So, I mean, so now you guys, let me get this right. I've been getting it wrong all night. So you guys are give me 1 second, the home team. So you know Mash's lineup to start us off. You know that it's going to be Sunny D, Big Will, and Blue Heck in that order. You don't have to spoil it for me in terms of the specifics, but you guys feeling confident about that lineup?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We are pretty confident.
Yeah.
We got this.
Anything you're concerned about, or I mean, you're just gonna go, you're gonna hit some buttons, you're gonna win this shit.
I'm Abba. That's all I do. That's what I do. I play the Johnster, you know. You just like Johning around and whatnot.
There you go, the Jonald. There you go.
Hey,
Damn.
We did it the first time. We can do it again. All I'm saying. We did it the first time. We can do it again.
That's right. Yes. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see, y'all. So I'm gonna send y'all on your way. Good luck in your last set. Any last words from Sweet Tooth?
Sin is top 5, bro.
Oh yeah.
Top 5. Yeah, Abba's top 3. Hell no. Abba's not.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna send y'all on your way. Thank you very much. Good luck. Have fun. This is our final team set of the night, guys. It's gonna be Mash against Sweet Tooth. Now, we were talking about the groups in the interviews. If you're skipping around the bottom, you gotta check out those interviews. The way the points currently work is there is a massive three-way tie potential if Sweet Tooth can win every game here. They'll have to beat Soldier, Sunny D, who was the other player? Big Will, and Blue Heck. In that order, we'll have to see. BRC trying to get forward to get that throw, the burst to push it back. Risk Candy right here, playing that John, trying to get in with that JK. The throw whiffing, but unfortunately Soldier wasn't able to get that follow-up in time. YRC the pushback. Johnny, good just blocks right here and blocking that overhead. I like that PRC to keep yourself safe on that shimmy throw. Great reactions there from Risk Candy. Gonna get this wall break. Not enough to kill. Soldier could possibly have a nasty comeback here, but the JK is gonna seal it. Can never count that sin out, but great boxing right there from Risk Candy to close up the round. Oh my god, the cross-up DP punish right there from Risk Candy. Soldier had to spend that burst to push us back here. Nice far slash beak driver right there from Sunny D. Able to use that backdash to get away from that DLC 2K. Risk Candy didn't that dash forward, but not overpressing that advantage and actually just waiting for a second in front of Soldier's face. Risk Candy going to spend that burst to try to get some distance back here. Nice counter hit 6P. Trying to get that link back into the missed Finer. Unfortunate right there, but that was some cool mix. Able to get that overhead Finer air stalling in the air with that Finer stance. And I like that right there. Risk Candy not going for the immediate missed Finer pop on the card. Instead, pushing back Soldier a bit, but getting that interaction into RTL is going to secure the positive bonus for Sin. Going to see what Sunny does here on the other side. Pressing us back with that 2P, but stray hit into card super. Not enough to kill, guys. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. OTG right there from that missed Finer forward on Risk Candy. Awesome stuff to secure that round. Keeping it simple there in hindsight, right? Just getting that far slash to close it out. Simple combos are all you need sometimes, huh? Great stuff right there from Risk Candy, but we were going down to those last interactions. Thanks to Sunny D here. We'll see now, guys. I think dude, I'm not, as a TO, I'm not excited for the potential of this. But as a spectator, I have to appreciate how crazy competitive this pool is. Even Bad Moon is watching from the sidelines. They have to have some favorites of their own as well, because this could potentially decide their outcome as well, depending on how these tiebreakers work out. So we'll have to see. Using that Wild Assault, the jailback Risk Candy here, going into that Hawkbaker after Red RC. Overhead connects. Nice shimmy right there, man. You've seen Sunny going for all kinds of shimmies in this set. The full charge 5D is going to kill this time. Risk Candy in that first game was doing such a good job fighting around them. But Soldier right here, getting that DP baited from Risk Candy. Going for the reset on that card, getting a throw as well. Look at the damage off of just that throw, man. We're getting boxed up here in the corner. We got these cards in our face trying to FD back this Jonald, but we're going to go into Nsenga. That actually kills. Risk Candy didn't even want to put us to the cutscene with that 50 tension. Said, hey, I know what move is going to do it. Now we're going through this last round of game 2. Getting whip punish in that 2S. You had to spend that burst. Soldier here in the corner. Oh my god, we actually got OTG tumbled right there for a second, trying to DP through that card, but the burst gets baited. Risk Candy goes for a reset with the card. Double pull up right there as well with the throw. On that full screen throw, man. Call us Giovanna. Goes for another one. We have 100 tension to possibly turn this one into a kill. I think with that super, it will do it. Risk Candy up 2-0. Solid play here, man. Solid play. Strong set so far here from both of our players. Reminder that Sweet Tooth would have to win literally every set of this team set to ensure they make it through. Nice, that on-hit grab, man. Those can be gnarly. Oh my god, able to bait that burst as well. Good stuff there from Risk Candy. Unfortunately missing that low finer link. But the damage is still looking so good for this Johnny. Went for TK finer right there. Unfortunate drop, but called a drop-timal. Spent that burst, said, hey, I don't want to even give you a chance to try to come back, but now the Soldier's out of the corner. Of course, we got a lot of life to chew through, but spending that stamina, we're getting on top of this Johnny. We're going to FD you back. Unfortunately, guys, no tension, no stamina. We're going to have to play the old-fashioned way. Going to have to wait for that stamina to build back up. That's what Soldier's doing right now. Now we got 2 bars. I mean, that can be all you need, potentially, man. This Sin can take you out back with just a little bit of resources. Trying to get some tension on the board. Able to jump over that 2S. Risk Candy pushing us back with those finers. Tried to go for that really high up finer, but unfortunately it whiffed. Soldier dodged the hurt box. Risk Candy in this hard knockdown. Safe jab on the 5P. Unfortunately, still getting that reversal super. I think Soldier probably went for the throw there. Great round from both of our players right there, but it went into favor of Risk Candy, who is now on set point in this first set. Trade hit comes out for our player. Soldier in the corner though, but going to be able to cancel some of this stamina into a corner carry combo. Good overhead block there from Risk Candy, but we're getting opened up with that low follow-up of the stamina. Unfortunately, couldn't link the far slash after that 6P. Risk Candy has 100 tension to play with, bro. This could be deadly if we get one stray hit, so Sunny D does not want to give it away to you. Able to get that stamina cancel after the 6P. Oh, my lord. Almost a bit of robbery right there, but we were able to secure the deal. Soldier going for that round start counter hit hoof stomp. Risk Candy here in the corner getting shimmied on that throw. 5D gets the pickup, canceling into the Tyrant Barrel. That's a lot of damage. Risk Candy does have some resources here on the other side if we get a chance to use them in the form of that Wild Assault. Will we get the burst? Not in time, and rather just in time for Soldier to get that red RC bait on the burst. However, able to get our first game on the board of this set. If Sunny D wins this set, it will guarantee the final seeds of the pool. It would guarantee the final seeds of the pool. If MASH wins a single set here, then MASH gets out at first, and Bad Moon will get out at second, guaranteed. If Sweet Tooth wins literally every set, then it is a three-way tie that I do not know the outcome of on the top of my head. We're actually going to have to go deep into it because the tiebreakers actually, the first round of tiebreakers are actually already beaten. It's a triangle of tiebreakers. Oh, RTL here, great wake-up option on that card pop. Unfortunately, not a lot of damage on that wake-up option, but hey, it gets you out of that card pressure. It gets Johnny in the corner, and the next interaction then turns into the wall break positive bonus. Soldier does have some stamina here and is going to get that tension back. Whoa, the raw eat and neutral. Holy shit. Risk Candy saying, hey, you're not going to get away with that very long. I'm going to get you now with these throws as well. And also, did you see how Risk Candy immediately respected the RTL on Wake Up with that second card toss through the card and just waited to see what Soldier wanted to do? Pays off here for our Sin, though. Getting this first round of Game 4. Jailing us back on that round start. Shimmies coming out, dude. Sunny D. So strong with those shimmies, man. Baiting out people, going for those throws. And then getting gnarly damage after. Look at this combo. Able to use the RC momentum to put you in a really weird spot to link the 2K after. Look at the damage here on Risk Candy and Soldier. In a very clean Game 4. Evens up the score. Very clean Game 4. Evens up the score. Strong stuff there. Those first games, all of those first 3 games were really back and forth. Soldier with a really strong Game 4. We'll have to see here. Risk Candy. Can you clutch it up here and start off this gnarly comeback sequence for your team, Sweet Tooth? Or can Soldier win this set and decide the pool? The burst comes out. Beak driving you back. 2K 2D counter hit. We got the card applied. Good stuff right here. Risk Candy getting in with that Wild Assault and able to mix you with the 2S in that Wild Assault pressure after trying to bait a reversal option from Soldier, but Soldier's so patient. Risk Candy has 100 tension. We have to get a chance to use it, but Soldier's trying to bait your YRC potentially with that 2P check, with that stagger. Unfortunately, couldn't link the 2K after, but call the drop and we'll get the Beak Driver wall break right after. Oh, no way. It's lagging, dude. Come on. Not right now. Come on. Come on. Hopefully just a spectator bug. Not right now. Come on. Come on, Strive. Unfortunately, couldn't get that throw after that momentum got messed up. We're getting that wall spot with the Mist Finder vaulting in and getting this break. Nice BRC drift forward, but Risk Candy press that far slash on hit. Said, you're not close enough to hit me, homie. You're not close enough to hit me, homie. Bursting you back, saying, hey, I need this one. Soldier going to trade back that resource as well. We have all that stamina, but we're getting 6 speed back. Risk Candy pulling up with that close slash. The low finder gets the counter hit. We're getting this reset with the card, trying to bait a reversal option from Soldier, keeping that whiff throw safe with the PRC. Soldier catching on to that option that Risk Candy was beating us up with in those first 2 games. Nice backdash there from Risk Candy, getting out of that pressure, but that fallback jump normal into the tech throw. Great stuff. Risk Candy still jailed here in the corner, but at least not on hit. Able to check that 5D with 2K, getting on top of you as well with this Jonathan. YRC to push you back. We got 50 more tension to play with. Will it be a YRC or will it be a hit confirmed to a red RC? Unfortunately, couldn't link the close slash after that JK. We got that card PRC. The overhead finder is the mix. Won't be enough to kill, so we go for the reset, trying to catch out that backdash, but gets us with the Wild Assault counter hit. Risk Candy, and a very close Game 1 still threatens the 3-way tie for their team, Sweet Tooth. Next set here, guys. Mark the 3rd on the ABBA is coming up against Big Will. It's going to be Baiken v ABBA. I think the last time we saw Mark on stream, it was also against a Baiken, so we'll have to see how this ABBA fares. If you're just clicking around in the VOD, you only just clicked this VOD because you wanted to watch ABBA Baiken. Well, to tell you what's at stake here, it's not just a normal matchup of ABBA Baiken. Sweet Tooth is threatening a 3-way tie for their group to decide who is going to make it out of this stage, and I think that Sweet Tooth has the tiebreakers against both of their opponents, so it could be crazy. They just have to win all of these sets. Risk Candy just won the last one in a very close game 5. Big Will, if Big Will wins this set, it ends the run and decides the pool. Mash gets out at first, and Bad Moon will get out at second, guaranteed. But only if Big Will wins, gets this big parry, big ass tether as well, and a big throw right after. Going for this big tether combo with that 2K link after that throw, but the burst comes out from Mark. Trying to catch you with that H-Cab full screen, getting that follow-up regardless, and didn't even go for the cancel, which was pretty ballsy. Instead, had it here for the mix, but Mark has got such good defense. Oh, man, that jump JD in Baby Abo form is so messed up, dude. This guy might be the Big Will of Baiken's Hee-Ho. I couldn't have said it better myself. Going for that hop kick in the JR stance. Big Will gonna run you down full screen, getting on top of you with this tatami counter hit, and that's going to finish the round. Big Will using all that tension just to line it up, making sure, hey, I'm not going to drop this one. I can't drop this one. Shouts to Vodka Man and C-Roar in the chat. Bad Moon's Twitter account is also in here. They are one of the ones threatened by this Sweet Tooth sweep. So Bad Moon saying, please, just sell. Here we go. Yeah, that combo is so gnarly, man. If you already got that S tether applied, that throw combo after is so strong. Nice backdash right there to dodge the far slash from Big Will. Or rather, Mark the Third. I'm getting them mixed up. Excuse me. Getting that burst out, and that H-Cad pickup keeps the meter, doesn't use it for that combo right there. In fact, uses it for the mix later. But dude, Mark has some amazing anti-Baiken defense now. Mark is on a team with MegaRura, one of the Baikens. So I imagine if they get some sets in together, that Mark actually has some good experience against that character with their training partner. But Big Will, dude. Unfortunately, you can't OTG that parry, so even though we're on this pixel, you're going to have to earn it the old-fashioned way, and we're going to get it with that far slash. Good stuff. Mash. Big Will. Already with a strong start with this game. Far slash counter hit coming out. Going for that low Rekka follow-up after Yozansen. Red RC. We got you with that H-Cab there. Mark spending the burst. Getting that H-Cad trade. Dude, Mark doing such a good job of just using those forward advancing specials to get on top of this bike and try to go for that hop kick, but Big Will ain't going to have it. In fact, is going to take you out with that cross-up Yozansen. And now, guys, we are threatening possibly deciding the group. This is a first to 3 set. If Big Will wins this, Mash gets out at first seed, Bad Moon second seed for Group D. Counter hit far slash on that round start Mark. Getting that Jealous Rage and Wise Burst right there. Big Will with a really awesomely spaced S tether connecting right there. You had to burst out or else you were going to be forced to sit in a gnarly Baiken combo while letting your blood drain out. Unfortunately, the de-install comes out here. Yozansen Red RC gets that pickup. Big Will goes for this wall splat and links into that 6H after. Look at that damage here for this bike and try to check with that far slash, but Mark's so much more patient now at the threat of that far slash. Goes into our key grab and has a lot of respect for these Baiken options, right? Of course, not only do you have that parry potential, but you do have that 4-framer as well. It can be hard to OS around, or play around, I'll say. Getting that gnarly air throw, though, in the run-up 2K. Takes it. Good stuff. Mark's not going out without a fight. Taking this first round of Game 3. S tether applied. But that tick throw comes out. We're going to go into this S-tether combo. Mark doesn't want to take all that damage, spends that burst after not only the damage, but the Oki potential. But nice timing on that hop kick. Unfortunately, went for that fast RC, but Big Will was able to still get out that burst in time. Mark with some good defense here. But no blood, guys. We're going to have to get it the old-fashioned way. Here we go. Goes for this cool route after 2 soft knockdowns in a row. Gets the throw. Big Will feeling very confident with those reversal parries. But Mark doing a great job of baiting them right now, and that surely is going to kill Mark, getting 1 here on the board for Sweet Tooth. Now Mash can't choke here now. If Big Will wins this, again, it decides the pool. Sweet Tooth is fighting an uphill battle, but this is the character to do it on, man. Guys, this is game 4. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but Mash winning this set decides the pool. Sweet Tooth is on their comeback right now. Mark just getting the last game, but has to get 2 more in order to make it through and cause this massive 3-way tie. Strong stuff here from Mark in this first round. Nice hits right here, going to that Donzai, going for the close slash 2S2H after as well. We're sending you through. Burst comes out from Big Will. Far slash gets that punish on Mark's landing recovery, but unfortunately could not get that combo after. That is a very fast far slash from Baiken, but can be hard to combo with at max distances. And Mark the third with a really solid game 4. Oh my god. Guys, my heart can't take it. Guys, my fucking heart can't take it. Go get him, Mark. Hawk Tua. The Twitch chat is fucking stupid, dude. My Twitch chat is so stupid. Twitch.tv/itsjeek. You guys gotta come check it out if you're only watching the VODs. Mark the third gets a nice counter hit right here. Big Will going to be caught in this ABBA combo. Goes for the D install into the key grab. H-Cab into that red RC follow-up. You got to give it to Mark. Has some amazing Baiken defense. Had the catch on to some of Big Will's defensive habits in the beginning in terms of how they like to use their wake-up parry and their 4-framers and what kind of options they respect from ABBA. But you can already tell that their layer 1 defense has been amazing, and that may be a shout out to the fact that they got one of the Baikens on their team. Now, I say one of the Baikens because you got one on the screen. It's Big Will, bro. People say that they're the Big Will of other characters. That's how renowned this guy is on Baiken in the game here in Stride. Mark right now, though, going for this key grab wall break. Has 50 tension to play with. Oh my god, that button is fucked up and you linked it into a combo, Mark! Guys, it all comes down to this. Blue Heck on the side of Mash versus MegaRura on the side of Sweet Tooth. Sin Baiken first to 5 to decide the entire set. If Blue Heck wins this, Mash gets out as first seed of their group, Bad Moon at second, I believe. If MegaRura wins this, after both of his teammates have already won their sets, that means Sweet Tooth would have had an entire sweep against Mash, causing a 3-way tie to decide who gets out of the groups. As a TO, I'm so goddamn scared, but as a spectator, it couldn't be better than this. Blue Heck taking that first round against MegaRura still has the burst in their back pocket. Hio saying, why does this team have 20 Baikens? Fucking tell me about it. Tell me about it. Well, actually, yeah, Sweet Tooth does have a few, actually. Blue Heck, of course, coming from the team of MASH, where we just saw Big Will, the Baiken. Blue Heck is the Big Will of Sin, by the way. That's how well-renowned Big Will is. Or at least I think. I don't know, man. I'm a boomer. Catching with that 2H, getting that pickup, going for those dead frame JPs, but Blue Heck with an active throw there on the ground. Unfortunate drop on that 5D combo, and no way that Yozansen hit. Oh my god, that one was high up. Getting that S tether, Deep Yozansen after Blue Heck, getting some distance back with that FD, and then picking up and ending that combo with the Hawk Baker. Blue Heck gets the first game here on the board. I still count Margarita as a Amelia player. That's right. Isn't Margarita? Doesn't Margarita play Sin now? Margarita wanted the win, so Margarita started playing Sin. All right, guys. Game 2 coming out. Big shout outs to all of our players, by the way, being very respectful to each other. There's a lot on the line here, but still saying their GGs. Everyone's still being nice to each other. Not that I expected any less. We've had some amazing sports here in the JeekLeague in all of our groups, I'd say. So big shout outs to all of y'all for being great sports, putting on together. You know, this wouldn't be so awesome if it wasn't for all of y'all. Now I'm talking like it's over. We still got the playoffs after this. We're just deciding who's going to get there. Nice red RC right there, but Blue Heck with some good defense. Man, I'm going to give it to all of these players playing against Baiken tonight. The defense against Baiken has been so crazy from all of our players. Cross up Yozansen into this 5D combo, man. MegaRura is going to make you hurt for it. Has the 50 tension after. Tried to get a shimmy there on Blue Heck, but instead we caught your backdash with the 2D and then got a wall break for it. Now it is a soft knockdown, and MegaRura has a lot of meter here on the other side. Trying to check with that 9-framer. The 2H with the low profile. Yeah, Blue Heck having what? I mean, your far slash, your beak driver. Even if you want to press 6P, all those things are going to lose that 2H. Of course, so MegaRura with a great call out right there. Spending all that stamina. We're low on that stamina. But the overhead connects just in time for us to get the red RC. Unfortunate drop there on the Hawk Baker. MegaRura was being threatened with a wall break, but instead just able to take 50% from Blue Heck, and now we're running down the middle of the screen. We got that Yozansen red RC, and we got you here in the corner trying to bait that throw with that backdash. A lot of our players tonight have been really keen to that option. You saw Sunny D doing a great job with it with those shimmies against Risk Candy, but that was a previous set. We're in the new one here. Blue Heck evening up the rounds. 2H, unfortunately, not getting whiff punch. Depending on who you're rooting for, that is. Oh, yeah. MegaRura calling out that air stall with a 6P. Blue Heck, unfortunately, couldn't keep that combo going, but we're on top of you with that wall assault. Try to get a shimmy bait afterwards. The run-up throw is going to start this one off. Good trade right there. MegaRura, man, at this level of play, guys, you gotta give it to these players. If you mash at the wrong time against either of these characters, you're gonna take 90% and die. But these players have been so good at using their Abari options at the best times, where at worst they're trading, if not getting out of the corner, and sometimes getting whole ass combos. YRC connects, but we pressed that 4-framer after. Blue Heck was trying to do too much with those plus frames and didn't have enough to get past that 4-framer from MegaRura. So great stuff, evening up the games. Guys, shoutouts to a lot of the follows tonight. Cherry Creamsicle followed a bit ago. Shoutouts to Cherry Creamsicle, one of our Academy players. That's our bi-weekly beginner bracket every Saturday at 1 p.m. EST. So if you're a beginner here in Guilty Gear Strive, you like what you're seeing here in JeekLeague, and you're like, hey, maybe I don't want to throw myself right into the pen with the big dogs, we got the beginner bracket, the Academy bracket for students of the game. So check it out if you're interested. And y'all, if you're enjoying the JeekLeague, I'm going to shill for a second. If you're enjoying the JeekLeague, I don't care if I got to shill for myself. Exclamation point YouTube. Go ahead and check out, subscribe to that YouTube if you can. Blue Heck getting an awesome combo, sending you through that wall. Getting that hoof stomp, red RC combo as well. MegaRura has the burst, but said, hey, no point in using it here at this point. It's a sin round. I got to give it to my opponent. And yeah, we're really close to that monetization on YouTube, guys. Only need 1,000 subs, and we're at like 850 or something now. So big thanks to everyone who's already done it. And if you didn't mind, if you haven't already, if you could shoot one my way, I really appreciate it. All of the past JeekLeague VODs are on the YouTube. So if you want to watch a previous week where your team played, or you want to see how the other teams did, that's where you got to go to get all the recaps from the entire season, including the sets you're watching tonight. MegaRura trying to keep you back with these tatamis. The 2H getting counter hit on that start. Blue Heck has a lot to chew through here, and you gotta win this round, man. You gotta win this round. The way Guilty Gear Strive works is that if Blue Heck just simply died sooner... Wait, hold on. If Blue Heck just simply had died sooner, MegaRura wouldn't have their burst back. But that's I mean, honestly, man, that's what kind of sucks about this game sometimes. I love this game, but that part sucks. Is you want to make the comeback, you want to fight, you're Sin, you got red RC, but it can be hard, man, to have to give your opponent back that burst at an attempt to take the round. But we're looking pretty good in this round. Great tech, great active defense here from Blue Heck. Did not want to get fucked up by that S tether. So great job spending that burst. Going for the hoof stomp meaty, the 6K meaty rather. And we're going into this RTL. That's going to wall break. It's going to be close enough. Blue Heck getting this hard knockdown. But MegaRura has resources on the other side. 5D comes out, gets us some distance. Too much distance, and the 6H whiffs. Fortune couldn't link that. Johnson after, man. We're pressing jump normals in the air. We're pressing any button we have because we're trying to win the game. Blue Heck, nice job blocking that cross up. Johnson, MegaRura getting in with this red RC tatami. 6H link to close it out. That was a close game right there, but MegaRura getting their second one on the board in this first of 5. Appreciate y'all staying up so late with us on the East Coast right now. It's 10:50 for the Twitch stream. So I appreciate everybody for being so kind and being patient with us, and the players specifically for sticking it out with us this long. Thank you so much as we go into this game 4. Good counter hit right there for Mega, but Blue Heck did not want to give you that combo after. Made you eat that burst. JD to push it back. Good mix right there. That Johnson. Linking after that JH. Look at that damage, bro. God damn. Blue Heck trying to go for that far slash right there. Able to BRC drift forward. Seeing that YRC come out was a little greedy, I think, with those dash cancels on the close slash. But hey, you still got the round. You're still looking good here. Now, MegaRura is not on set point. You know, you're used to first to 3s here in Guilty Gear Strive, but we're doing first to 5 today, baby. It's the only way to do it for a set that matters this much. Sweet Tooth on a generational comeback right now. Trying to sweep this team mash, but Blue Heck with a nice counter hit. MegaRura, no way you burst here. Blue Heck isn't going to give you the chance. Goes into this RTL, but guys, it's not going to be enough to kill. You do got the hard knockdown. MegaRura does have resources on the other side. Oh my god, that full screen guard cancel. Fucking, oh my lord. But the throw comes out. Okay. Whew. Oh my lord. Yo, MegaRura with that insane parry dash cancel was crazy on that 2-has answer from Blue Heck. Sending you through. Cross up Johnson. Tommy Geish. JP linking into Johnson for the maximum corner carry. Wasn't a lot of damage, but we got this Sin in the corner. Man, okay, dude. We all got hit right there. Dude, Blue Heck with the weird DP, getting the counter hit on the other side, going the 2K on hit into the run-up throw. Man, we all got mixed the fuck up right there. Blue Heck getting game 4 for themselves. Unfortunately, couldn't get all of it there in the replay. But that was if you're watching the VOD, you got to go back a second and look at that one. What's going on, Caliban? You came here just in time. There's a lot on the line with this set. Did I shut that? Wait, the follows. I didn't say all of them, by the way. Cherry Creamsicle, Didar, Quintero Jan, Gideon Fire Twitch TV. Shouts at Gideon Fire on Twitch TV, and Chloe XD. Thank you all for those follows, y'all. Appreciate you all very much. Getting a lot of support here on the Twitch, and it's all thanks to y'all. Thank you very much. Ooh. Yeah, man, those S tethers run-up throws are so deadly. Oh my god. That was looking like a cool combo right there, but Blue Heck was able to get in regardless and get that red RC. We do have the burst on the side of this Sin, and the way the life totals work, I wouldn't blame you if you ended up using it if you have to. But damn, it doesn't even look like we have to, at least not right now. MegaRura does have tension to play with, gets that 6P hit. I think if we get one more mix, then... No, we're not even going to get the chance to. We're going to HawkBaker right through that approach right there. So able to win the round, able to save our burst. MegaRura about to get his back, though. Of course, can use it for that blue wild assault as well. Oh my god. Crossing up on the other side, linking that 2K. Good block on that JH. Yeah. MegaRura showing you that that S tether is going to pull you back in that DP, but you can't follow up that DP on block anymore, so you got punished right there. Man, these 6Ks have been so good. Well-timed burst, though, from MegaRura. Able to eat that 50 tension option. Blue Heck is in a terrible spot right now. No stamina, no tension, no burst to follow up any counter hits. MegaRura is going to send you through with this hard knockdown, and you got no resources on the other side. Now, you did build up quite a bit of meter there. You will have 50 tension and stamina, possibly if this DP connects, and MegaRura respecting that with that S tether. But unfortunately, those tether combos can mess you up as much as they help you. And we were able to get that far slash after that whiff on the HawkBaker. Now turning this one, I mean, this is the Sin bread and butter, but unfortunate drop right there. The HawkBaker did not connect. I think this is a repeat of an earlier round. We saw Deja Vu able to jump out of that hoof stomp. A little bit of a weird one. MegaRura was able to actually dodge the hitbox entirely. It seemed like for a second there. We're in the corner. We're trying to get out. The life total is evened up. No tension on the side of Blue Heck. MegaRura, of course, building up a lot of meter in this S-tether combo. You build up so much meter there. The red RC trying to bait out that burst. Oh my god, the gold burst comes out for Blue Heck. Able to get that beak driver. Gets his pickup into the tyrant barrel. That's a lot of damage. Dude, either player's round right here. Try to bait that burst, try to walk up and bait it, possibly from MegaRura. The counter close slash comes out. Any hit takes it for either player at this point. And the 6P calls out that air dash JS. Man, that was a scrambly ass game. Dude, this game 5, first of 5 rather. Well, also game 5. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Blue Heck is up 3-2 now. I didn't do the scores. So game 6. But this first to 5 set has been crazy. Right, Blue Heck? Blue Heck just got... Yeah, okay, this double checking. Looking at the replay to double check. Definitely don't want to fuck up the scores now. Definitely don't want to fuck up the scores now. Got to make sure I got everything on lock. Here we go. MegaRura sitting here taking a second to think. MegaRura does have a Johnny secondary. I don't think, you know, I'm a spectator. What the fuck do I know, right? But I don't think we need it. I think that the Baiken is doing what it needs to do. It's just these are close games. These are just amazing games. Both players want it so bad. There's a lot on the line here. I'll admit that this 3-way tie with Sweet Tooth, I don't even know how it would pan out. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to have to... I was hoping to tell you all the finals of, like, what the groups were going to look like, but if that happens, guys, you're going to have to give me a second to figure it out with the mods. I'm going to have to go figure it out and send a tweet, I guess. We'll see. Regardless, it's going to be a great set, and it's been a great set so far. MegaRura baiting that DP. MegaRura been doing a good job out baiting those DPs, but Blue Heck still active on that defense regardless with the Abares, with these tech throws as well. But the whiff punish on the beak driver is going to get punished by that jump in JS from MegaRura, baiting the YRC as well. Awesome read on those defensive options, not just the DPs, but also the Roman cancels. Run up 2K2D. Strong combo here from Blue Heck. Doesn't get the wall break, but does, I mean, thank God you don't get a wall break off just 2K2D on round start, but does get the corner carry and gets the next interaction with a tire barrel. Oh, wow. Tried to go for a safe jab right there, but maybe only just a single frame off, and MegaRura was able to get us with that 4-framer, but the throw red RC. MegaRura does have the burst here, but yeah, I didn't think we were going to see it, let alone get the chance. Blue Heck getting that 2S, evening up the rounds here. Counter hit, close slash, try to bait the burst, but MegaRura was ready on the second counter hit instead. Getting that red RC on that stamina follow-up. MegaRura, unfortunately, in a bad spot right now in the corner. Does have the tension for these FD blocks, but no more defensive burst options. Blue Heck's going to get the wall break. You got a mountain of HP to climb through on the side of this Sin. The positive bonus is cooking, but this is how we get it started. Nice just block on that same side close slash, but the raw hoof stomp after. Unfortunately, didn't have the stamina to get the follow-up, but on the next hit, used the wild assault to actually close out that round. And now Blue Heck is threatening the end of the set. Reminder, it's a first of 5. Blue Heck now with 4. We'll have to see how it pans out. MegaRura going to take a breath here. Blue Heck can't choke now. You can't get your nerve. You know, you maybe get. If I was Blue Heck, I'd be getting excited. Oh man, oh dude, I'm so close. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can get it. You know. Big Will said timeout. Uh-oh. Big Will said timeout. Word? Everything okay? We're good? Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I thought they were saying like they need a timeout. I was like, what? I don't think we have that in the rules. No, we're good. We're good. Guys, Blue Heck right now, feeling pretty good. MegaRura catching their breath. Ready to get back on that stand. On that Baiken. At this point, you're locked into the Baiken, and you know what? I think it's the right choice. MegaRura, one of the Baikens, man. A very strong player. Multiple JeekLeague top 8s. Does so well in this online tournament scene. Fighting against Blue Heck, another worthy foe on that Sin. The big will of Sin, some would say. Good stuff right here. Oh, wow, I like that angled air dash right there from MegaRura. Did the jump back air dash forward FD into the Ozanson, still getting that cross up, but Blue Heck was ready. Ready with that awesome anti-Baiken defense, but that counter hit 2S. Nice timing on the burst there from MegaRura, because it was after Blue Heck had used their stamina. We'll have to see. It's not even going to matter, because MegaRura's going to get that run up 6H and even up the rounds here. Blue Heck does still have his burst. Mega had to spend his. But it only matters if you're on, on defense, right? It only matters if you're trying to wake up with it, and right there, you're already able to answer back. Able to get that burst away from Sin defensively feels so good, so that they can't just answer you with a wild assault. Big shout outs to Gibby with a massive raid. Gibby, you came here just in time to tell you and the followers what's going on here. Is if Nash wins this set, they decide that they decide the group as the top seed of this group. If MegaRura wins, it will be a 3-way tie. Tyrant Barrel comes out, hard knockdown. We're going to this other side. We have so many resources, but in the face of the hard knockdown, Blue Heck wisely respects all of those meters. No, the gold burst! Blue Heck able to call out that gold burst. Great stuff right there. MegaRura trying to slow things down. Jumping around with these JS's. The Tommy comes out. Try to get that S tether, but Blue Heck getting a counter hit into this Hawk Baker reset. Big hoof stomp. God damn it. I always get that move wrong. Cross up Yozanson. Good combo right here from MegaRura. Is going to take you to that other side. Another cross up Yozanson comes out. Blue Heck will get his burst back. Will he have to use it defensively? No. Not yet, at least. Able to tech that throw. Counter hit JS. Trying to bait that burst with that red RC. You got a lot of damage, but Blue Heck's still able to get that burst out. But all that stamina, all that tension. This could potentially be a gnarly combo. The 5D RC. Blue Heck into the Tyrant Barrel. And just like that, Nash secures their spot to make it out of groups, but had us clenching till the very end. Amazing job from all of Sweet Tooth for such an awesome team set. Mash, y'all had us clenching up until the very last moment. But shoutouts to Blue Heck, we clutched it up in that last set and secured Mash as the top seed of Group D. Pats on backs, how you feeling?
Yeah, we're goated.
We're Blue Heck's my goat. Sit down, play for a week. Sit down, play for a week.
Before the final round, when the one I was down, I legit said, "Watch this," and came back. And
he did. He said, "Watch this" with like with no health, and then baited gold burst, and
I just did everything right.
There you go. God damn. There you go. I mean, definitely was an awesome set to watch. I think we got the best of both worlds. As a TO, I don't have to break up a three-way tie. No bias, but as a spectator, you know, shout outs to Big Will and Sunny D for letting it go down to the last set. You guys did a great job letting it go down to the wire like that and keeping it interesting for us.
I only lost because I alt tabbed to change my music, and then my game was laggy. Okay. I would have won.
The sun was in my eyes. I was lagging. Like honestly, sweet tooth, there to go. I wish.
They did amazing.
I fucking loved him, but it sucks that it just sucks. that situation sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad having all these people commit all their time, but that's just the way it's gonna have to go. You know, what's the math there? 12 teams are gonna be knocked out tonight, and only 8 are gonna be able to move forward. So with the bitter comes the sweet, because y'all are going to be on that side moving forward. And I'll actually tell you real quick, and then also shout outs because you guys won one of those sets that actually puts you above Bad Moon, so we know that they're second seed. So I can tell y'all both who you're going to play. So let's start off with Bad Moon. Bad Moon is going to be playing the first seed of Group A, so that's not top tiers.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah. Now,
I'm praying for them.
Now, y'all will be playing against the second group of Group A. And who was that? It was Gorillas featuring, right? Am I right on that? Yes, it was Gorillas featuring Ramlethal. So if you guys remember, that's Jodo Goat, Mixyous,
the Mix,
AoiKypher, and VeganRoastedTurkey. Am I right?
You can win those. Okay, yeah, that would be a good one. That would be pretty close, I think.
For sure.
That one's gonna be close, yeah.
So there you go. So all right. So I forecasted your next match, guys. Definitely. Also big shout. I'll say to y'all's faces. The two teams that were the most active in their chats were both y'all and Sweet Tooth. Shout outs to the people at home. Mash day one. We're like, all right, I'm gonna put this guy in for this one, and I got this set easy. They're definitely gonna pick this. We're gonna put it. You guys really took the strategy part very seriously, which I think is cool.
That's the strategy. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I know we have two key skills in the team, but like we gotta lock in.
you can only have so much strategy, 2 sins, guys. So congratulations. I'm gonna send y'all on your way, but any last words for the fans before we go into this group final stage next week? Any last words for the fans? Anything you want to plug, shout out? You got your time here now.
Watch my Twitch, Sunny D. I'm streaming right now.
There you go. There you go. Right now, what's your Twitch? What's your Twitch name? I'll show you out right now.
Sunny D underscore FGC.
Sunny D underscore FGC.
Yes, capital S, capital D. There it is.
Someone got me.
On my
there we go.
activity feed right now.
Yo, my mods are awesome. There you go. Well, he's live right now, guys. So you gotta go drop some Jorkleys in there. Anything else you guys want to shout out?
One more shout out. I need people to watch the Jonathan Tenney video for Sin. Please watch that video. It's a great counterplay. If you watch that video, you're gonna come out of there from like Sin is not top 10, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing video. Thank you.
Play Thortex saves lives.
Thortex saves lives.
Yeah, Sin is honest. Yeah. Wow.
Yo, hey, Big Will, Baiken low-key broke. You saw the stats? Baiken low-key was pretty strong in the league.
You can show me the stats and I'll still downplay.
All right, y'all. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I'm gonna kick y'all out, but you all have a good night. Thank you very much. And just like that, the group stage is over. And we're going to be moving on to the final stage of the bracket, the single elimination playoffs, where the teams that earned the most points in their groups will now play against teams from the other groups in elongated team sets. The highest scoring teams are the top seed, and the lowest scoring teams are the bottom seeds. Not top tiers. Only dropped one set the entire 5-week league. That was how many matches? That 8 matches. Only dropped one set ever. And Lucian's playing like Unica and shit. You know, Lucian's playing that day 40 Unica. So, anyways, and then Gorillas featuring Ramlethal coming out on second place. 3 Workers, 1 Unemployed is coming out at first seed for their group. And coming up in second seed, the late joke right there, Lucian. Second seed is actually Koi, the Goopy Slimers. It came down to the very last set. But Goopy Slimers is going to be coming out at second seed here. I think I can just click finalize on the bracket. And I'll do that in a second, guys. I don't think it'll mess anything up. Better Game Design is going to go out. No one was surprised about this one, bro. We put Better Game Design in a group. Better Game Design signed up, and we knew they were fucking getting out. Can we keep it a buck? They're coming out at first seed. Team Factor, though, really close behind. I will admit that this is really close. Now, I'm not too surprised, and Team Factor definitely was a little salty that they were put as one of the second seed teams. And look, they're proving it. They're proving it right here because they're only 4 points behind. That's crazy. But that means that they'll be the second seed coming out. And then Group D, man, this group was about to be fucked. But MASH able to clutch it up, able to secure their top seed placing, and then Bad Moon's right there. We'll see you at the JeekLeague 60 this Friday. If you're going to CEO, good luck. Good luck at CEO. We'll probably do a restream of that. Check us out at the beginner bracket if you're interested in that. And also, we're hosting a little bit of a Arxis tournament this Saturday. It's a Unica only tournament on Saturday on the Arxis main channel that the JeekLeague is going to host and run. So if you guys want to check that out, that's going to be on Saturday. Guys, take care. Have a good rest of your week. Peace out.